on to rock, get up to burn, stand with the pride, ever feel your desire. One day I noticed that my life was broken. It was not me who was controlling this body. Oh, I want to know what's really real to me before it vanishes like a wave. Get on the rock, get up the burst, tell me the pride on me, the ways to make her. You must have heard it. Grasp the truth, hold it high, right your feet, that's what this made to start with. You haven't heard it, girl. Don't be afraid to listen to your own heart. Big fast sonic, that's my heartbeat in you. One day I noticed that the world was broken. Spoiled as hell, we had our senses down. Oh, I won't see this whole world falling blue. Not this space marched in black. Hey, get on the rock, get up to burn. Stand with the pride on me, the ways to make her. You must have heard it. Grasp the truth, hold it high, raise your voice, that's how you start a new thing. You must have heard it now. Don't be afraid to listen to your own heart. Big blast on you, that's my heartbeat in you. That world is filled with easy answers to swallow. Life is to gobble down a perfect killer. That truth is that you are the one being eaten. Don't need my answer to be written the book. Oh, I want to keep my thirst for what is worth. No use in passion, not my own. Get on the rock, get up to burn. Stand with the pride on me, the ways to make her. You must have heard it. Grasp the truth, hold it high. Trust the peace, that's how you're supposed to use it.
Hey yo, you know what time it is? It's Monday. What's good, everyone? It's time for some good ass Guilty Gear Strive. Can't wait. Got a I wouldn't even say surprisingly, but man, we got a stacked bracket today, dude. Holy hell, kind of interesting. Sure. Gonna be some very, very nice matches here. So yeah, can't wait. 100%, 100%. In any case, as usual, we're gonna do the last minute check-in. If you say nah, I'd lose. That's actually a reverse jinx, which is gonna result in you winning. Just FYI. Because clearly we know how nah, I'd win turned out, you know. So. All right. We need Time's Up to check in. Yo, the homie. I hope we get to see Time's Up today, man. Such a chill guy. Italian community generally very nice. Gara not joining, so it's only really Time's Up, which is ironic because time is almost up. Time will actually, in fact, be up in 2 minutes. So gonna be DQ'd if you don't check it. I'm seeing some new faces here, not many, but if you're new, let me just quickly go over something. If you go into your settings right here, you can actually change your tag on your launch. Why this is important is because if you have a different tag on Discord, it might be very difficult to find you. So I'd very much prefer if you change this either here on Discord, so both tags are, similar enough that you're easy to find. Alternatively, if you for some reason have to DQ, it's actually the easiest way. It's just going to your settings and pressing on register. That will DQ, in case you have to, I don't know, walk your cat or something. You just want to have some dinner, whatever happens, you start winning too much and it's kind of weird. Got a DQ, something's off here. It's not meant to happen. So just go in there, press on register, whatever, if you want to DQ. But yeah, we got a very nice redroom joining us. Well, one sec. Guess we got a seed redroom, but where should I seed redroom? Cats do indeed need to be walked, chat. It's very important. And might be out of your control when you have to walk your cat. So I'm not judging. Exactly. You can't have your main get nerfed. Exactly. It's too much, man. Alright, 72, still 72, yes sir. Yo, 69 players checked in. That's fucking good, man. That's some good shit right there. Alright, let me just find some stream matches for you guys. So let us have... Oh, Tanya couldn't join, actually, I think. So I'm just gonna... Am I gonna DQ? Let me just triple check here. I feel like Tanya said they couldn't join. I speak if I can get put out an attorney. I don't know how to play R.E.V.O. I thought they DQ'd themselves. Which is fine. I'll just do right now. So luckily, someone gets a free win right there. Unfortunate for stream because I wanted to kind of put this match on. Let us do instead Sylvie the third up against Prime Hunter. A good match. Sylvie, someone who's gotten I feel like a lot better recently. Maybe not a lot better, but definitely someone that's gotten better recently. Love to see it. So Prime Hunter Sylvie, and we are also Maria and Lapsus though. I mean, I gotta do it to him, you know what I mean? He didn't sign up for commentary tonight, so I have to commentate. I'm gonna put this guy on stream, man. Alright. Be spicy. Get you carried. You know what? You're allowed to be carried in this game. I feel like... Actually, no, I'm not gonna speak on that. I'm not gonna say anything. Because at the end of the day, I'm a scrub at this game anyway, so, my opinion doesn't really matter on that. But I do have some opinions on that, for sure. But, I'm an honest Tekken player. We can't be carried. It's just, well, in Tekken 8 you can, a little bit, but not as much. I just feel like Tekken has, like, very, very similar, like, tiers. It's interesting. Here in Strive, obviously, it's a little bit different, right? But, you can still cook. You see all these, we see all these Zato players still cooking after so long, right? After all the nerfs. Kinda doesn't matter anyway. If you're good enough. Ram is top 10 Tekken 2, yes sir. Ram is so strong that she transcends games, dude. That's just how it be. Alright, you guys can game. I've sent out the complimentary ping, and boo.
Yo! I had a feeling the ice senses were tingling against. We were in a very rich discussion about League and Arcane lore, and I was like, okay, I should cap it at this because any second now ice go join it.
Yeah,
there
I bet one of you is mad about it, and the other one is actually cool.
I think we're both pretty cool about it.
Yeah, I will not leak my statements on stream. So yeah, that's all
I think the show is good. Like some of the lore, sure, kind of weird, but at the end of the day, it's like a 15-year-old one-page PDF of lore. I mean,
Exactly. So like
Yeah.
that's why I believe in the plan. Like the lore that exists is whatever. We can just that aside. It's all arcane now, baby.
But we're not going to be talking
we're
about
not gonna
Arcane
spoil
all
anything,
evening.
of course.
Exactly. Not
Yeah,
not spoil it
true.
either. But please, even if I'm a bit iffy about the season, go watch it. It's a cinematic experience. You will not regret it. Go do it right now, or not right now, but after the tournament for
After
sure.
tournament, yeah,
Dude,
and then play League. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
not.
dude,
Do not.
completely. I play
Don't.
League often. It's a good game, dude. You know, one thing I would just say about the show that one of my friends pointed out that, like, once I learned of the truth, it was so hard to unhear. It's like every single song explains exactly what the character's doing, and it's kind of annoying. When there's a background song, it's like, oh, I'm fighting so hard, I'm shooting my gun, pow, pow, pow. It's like every fucking thing. Oh no, I'm so sad. Oh, I just want to die. It's like fucking every time, dude. It just tilted me so much. That's like, oh, finally a song in French. I don't know what they're saying. Thank God. That's like my one big gripe. The songs were
like
good
that
though.
sometimes.
But
I'm not gonna lie, that French song sent me. Is it the Stromae that sings it as well?
yes, it is.
Oh my god! I knew I recognized the voice.
Oh, I know because I was just listening to it before stream. That was like my seeding song today.
Fair.
Then the Chinese song, that was kind of good.
My favorite one to come out of it is Hellfire. I fucking love that one.
Leo,
Hellfire, that's the one from that's the Disney song, right?
No, that's the one where they do the whole like cop raid thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the one.
Hellfire.
Fire, yeah.
No. It's the one with the one of the kings of Illyria singing about how he's sad about all his friends dying.
True. This is exactly what's going on with the character.
I'm saying.
Strive and Arcane handshaking song exactly explains the mental state of a character. Reveal.
Crazy.
Wonderful start to the stream.
Anyways, I'm gonna piece off.
One of us. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely piss off, man. Okay.
Fuck you, man.
No,
man.
fuck you.
I'm gonna tell Raj to do some things. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he's gonna poison my Schmarzak for real, bro. We're gonna get for those out of loop. Button check is this weekend actually, so no point in shilling that anymore other than go watch it because the signups are closed. And well, the schedule came out a little late, so a lot of people I know booked a stay and a flight fairly early on Friday. So a lot of us are just gonna kind of be there on Friday T-posing. And the idea is that Ratch is going to give us a little tour of Prague, and we're going to get something to eat, namely Schmazak, because that has been the meme, the running meme apparently in the Xrd chat.
Okay.
It's like a sort of like deep fried cheese something. Apparently it's goated.
Yo, anything deep fried and anything cheese is fucking goated. Combine those two, like, hey, we got a meal fit for kings.
Absolutely. So we're definitely going to gorge on that, enjoy some Friday casuals, and then Saturday, Sunday is the show of what we've been advertising, right? All the Guilty Gears, Blazblue, Street Fighter 6, and Tekken 8. But speaking of Guilty Gears, we gotta hop in straight into this most recent edition of Guilty Gear, Strive Season 4. We'll be watching Millia Rage versus Goldlewis.
Hey, notoriously bad matchup, especially now in Season 4. It's rough for Millia.
These Millia players really like just holding the heaviest weights now that the character's been gutted for fun, honestly.
This is my first commentary block ever since Season 4 dropped, so I'm very excited to jump into this. And of course, the first character is going to be Goldlewis, which I, of course, main. And I'm excited to see whatever this character is going to be showing off. Because, hey, this character is a bit too overtuned, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, to be fair, it's like one of those things, like, this being your first commentary block, and this is the first game we're going in, two very polar opposite recipients of the recent patch, it's going to be a blast.
For sure. And Millia still got her mix though. Instant overhead, Bad Moon goes into the immediate wall break. No, never mind, drops the combo. Fortunately, gets a nice grab reset here in the corner, goes for the disco key, but no, again the grab, it's fake! Goldlewis, jump out of there!
Okay, we're just going to YRC instead, keep it consistent, keep it safe, but never mind. Goes for one beam with Typhoon and is still trapped in the corner. Prime Hunter maintaining the pressure on Sylvie here. Are we going to get that wall break? Not even necessarily. We get the round.
Yo, I gotta write to some people. I gotta call some people up with Arxis. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yo, we need more nerfs. Get scared out of here.
Exactly, I'm saying. Remove her overhead immediately.
Speaking of it,
Nice 60. Here we go. Half HP already gone. Oh my god, you're dead.
Oh my god, it's a
Goodbye.
Goldlewis round. And then just one more. Oh, didn't even need the super.
Oh my goodness, man.
Dude, this is like so characteristic of how this matchup goes.
Exactly,
Like,
I was just
there,
about to say.
Like, it's like you're sitting there, you're seeing the Millia player like putting actual like hard work in there, doing every kind of mix. Like, I gotta beat the player. The Goldlewis player is just thinking there like,
No
just
way.
one mistake, I'm gonna capitalize so hard on it.
The minigun buffs coming in real clutch here. Oh, did you see how they fixed the bug with the burst thing? Oh, it's ridiculously dumb. I don't know how to explain it otherwise. Like, it's so dumb. And
Yeah, you can't burst the last hit for fun.
Yeah. And even after you're knocked down, your burst is just completely disabled for a little while.
Ooh, okay. Upper body invuln, able to beat right through the disc lagging behind. So Sylvie taking game 1.
Good stuff, good stuff.
2 interactions. It's peak Guilty Gear.
Yeah, I'm saying. We have Millia at home. Yeah. No pin, no win, bruv. The last thing Millia needs is the pin right now. It's not even gonna be good if it gets added. Like, Millia has an infinite amount of other issues. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, if they add pin to Millia, if anything, it's just gonna frustrate the hell out of people because already her combo potential isn't gonna change. It's just gonna make it that she's hard to anti-air or impossible.
Yeah.
Okay,
not for Goldlewis, I'm not gonna lie. That 2P kinda go to.
True. Just clawing you out of the air, and there's a funny upper body invuln. But here we go, Prime Hunter starting up a little something, just backing away from the giant Behemoth Typhoon, but nevertheless still eating the hit. Thunderbird coming out, maintaining that pressure, run up, throw. Looking good here.
Oh, we're gonna see a bit of a mixed try with the JH. One going other side, but now Goldlewis is with his back against the corner. Nice, I love that screen presence using the 624. And that chip damage is atrocious, I'm not gonna lie. It is so insane to be giving that to Goldlewis.
Chip damage, security gauge cancels, right? We're just doing we're canceling into Behemoth Typhoons now. Great block there on the fast fall. YRC, I like it, very aggressive. Keep her trapped in the corner and just one fat Behemoth Typhoon slap to take the round.
Oh, how meaty it feels every time. Oh my god, run him 6 feet to counter that. Far slash, good stuff. Oh, FD goes, pushes Goldlewis away from that one Behemoth Typhoon. Oh my god, shows a chip player out, but no, now a.b.a. Now back to the Millia gaming. Let's see how long this is gonna last.
I like that burst. Just put him straight into the corner, and then Prime Hunter gonna have to burst in response. Unfortunately, eats one Behemoth Typhoon straight into the RC for the confirm, and Sylvie takes the second game. So great stuff from her so far.
Absolutely, it is. You know, as I said last game, we love to see a Goldlewis succeed. Not everyone, of course. We're the underdogs this patch. I'm not gonna lie. You know, yada yada yada. We have to gap so hard. Yada yada yada. Everything. Now that I got that out of the way, chat. How are we feeling about Goldlewis?
Oh my god! Just give back her FB Secret Garden.
Secret Garden? No.
No.
Hell no. That's even worse.
I think she's like going back up in the Xrd tier list because suddenly players rediscovered Secret Garden and like, oh wait, I can force my opponent to hold block on open for 2 seconds.
Absolutely insane move. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh, great 5P check.
Almost a good confirm, but yeah, Milla's block strings ain't the best. Even with the buffed Lust Shaker. It is plus on block if you hold it, but you're so far away from your opponent that it really doesn't matter. Nice, makes him to the corner. Not gonna do too much damage. Ooh, I don't know if that was a pure good Oki, but still Sylvie gets caught by the JH and a wall break. But still, listen, this still looks kind of even to me.
Yeah, just these 2 good interactions, and not only that, right? So long as Sylvie can keep Prime Hunter blocking these Behemoth Typhoons, right? There's 1 chip damage, there's 2 chip damage, there's 3 chip damage. There's already half health gone and didn't even score a hit just yet.
This is on this tier list. I think I have, but most often I just like scroll past the tier lists. Oh my god, it's gonna do so much damage just off of 3 hits.
It's peak. Yeah, just trying to FD the damage, the chip damage away, finding an opportunity now, but just straight up spinning, churning that butter. 1 bird is gonna come out. Holy
your meter or your life, golly.
Give me that meter, son.
Oh, same side low. Goldlewis still has the burst. Wants to keep it, honestly, with that Millia's damage even. Wall break, and still that burst meter is full. Let's see what happens after. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
This goes for the JD. And I have to mention, not a single white wild assault. has been used.
Absolutely. No white wild assaults, no wild assaults from Millia of sorts. Going for the early burst here, but still don't even Typhoon jump in. We're already at death's door here, and just like that, snipes Prime Hunter out of the air. Unfortunately, not able to fully convert, but still keeping them trapped in the corner, running them down, but gets thrown for their troubles.
Another throw, don't got the fuzzy jump timings. Ooh, nice trade, stops Millia in her tracks, but no YRC just to get back on the offense. Millia doesn't have too much HP, so any single mistake will cost her her life.
Yeah, and unfortunately they have to just keep going full on in here because, you know, the moment that they open up one bit, it's just like that. Sylvie is going to take it over Prime Hunter 3-0.
It's rough out there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm suffering with my Millia siblings all over the globe.
Listen, I'm gonna keep her a $150, right?
Go for it.
Love the character, that's fine. I'm down for that, right? Just vibe with the character.
Yeah.
But seriously, consider the impact it's doing on your mental health sometimes.
That you're playing, that you're playing Millia.
yeah. Like maybe it's time. Like, listen, we'll just retire the character for a bit. Maybe a mid-season patch will shine better days on us. But honestly, if you're out here for like the full journey, you just want to gap your opponent, and you just want to be like, yeah, I even managed to beat you with the current state of Millia. So be it. But
yeah, honestly,
do understand if we don't. I personally don't. Think differently of you from going back to CSS.
No. Was Konakon right a lot? Oh, no, do not invoke that name. Millia has been good in the past. Millia definitely has been good, but she just cannot keep up. One thing I will say, Millia's damage on her JD, that buff is kind of insane. I'm starting to see people utilize that buff way more, and you can definitely notice the difference because her damage and the corner carry is kind of nuts with that JD, even more than before. Like a good hit can give Millia like probably 50%, which is kind of insane when you consider what Millia used to get.
Yeah, I like to hear that, but I think the downside is that the way Millia usually operates, it's not going to land into those like big air conversions unless you have the meter to like prop them up, right? So it's just not within her general play style, and the hits you're usually going to confirm. I think the way that Prime Hunter played it was pretty much the quintessential Millia thing. Set that disc, okay, get a 50-50, small conversion, wall break, etc. But enough about that. We're going to be seeing Lapsus, one of our lovely commentators, putting on the Axel against Maria.
Even though I hate Axel, I kind of have to root for my homie. Like, I know Maria is Norwegian. I know I have to root for the Norwegian or Nordic siblings all the time. But hey, sorry, Maria. Listen, Lapsus is my co-commentator. I gotta.
Yeah, he goaded for this one. Ooh, but eating the Beyblade is going to opt to burst here. Scoops him closer. Nice. Good bait on the throw. Just taking the distance now. And unfortunately exploding a little too far away. Gives Maria the chance to approach, but great 2K. One last hit will do it.
No way. You're dirty for that. You're nasty. Nah. From the anti-air 2K into the confirm, not even a reset. Just letting Maria stand up. Full animation. And then go for the counter. Oh, sorry, the command grab. But no, speaking of, oh my god, no, blood pop.
Yeah, but can we capitalize off this? Yeah, win to Mantis. No, I'm RC. No need to RC it, but still hold them hostage, and that just like that ties up the health, gets a hit. RC for the confirm. Couldn't be enough to kill, but still, it's going to be the damage piling up as well as that wall break and that positive meter bonus. Ooh! Can't cancel off that anymore. Good.
Yeah, thank God. Lapsus, brother. No one utilizing that mental stack as Lapsus on that with those command grabs. That's kind of nuts. I've never seen that amount of liberal usage of the command grab. That's kind of insane.
It's one of those interesting things about like the people talking about your mix-up layers is when you start using tools that people usually don't really expect to work. And we talk about win to match, like, okay, we see the animation, it takes longer to come out the closer you are to Axel, yada yada yada. But I like to believe that Lapsus is just seeing that Maria hasn't properly responded to win to Mantis just yet. So it's like, well, no answer yet. Might as well keep using it.
Yeah, exactly. And immediately backdashes because Lapsus knows definitely that Maria either has to be using blood with that burst, of course, to send her back full screen, or she just has to wait full screen. Which, you know, both situations are really, really good for Lapsus. And look, already this much damage against Axel, or sorry, against Nagoriyuki, on her last, like, I don't know what that is, like 10% of HP. Oh, yeah, look at this amount of damage. That full bar of blood not doing her any wonder just yet. But getting some blood back, goes for the double RC, double // with the wall break. Gonna be a good amount of blood back, and now she might be just back in the game.
One Beyblade, OTG, keep him trapped to the corner, goes back, RC, and there's the charge does. So still able to make that work happen in the end, despite how Lapsus started off. But I think the important thing is Lapsus tries to keep Maria at a distance, and it works to an extent, but of course runs the risk of eventually pushing himself towards the corner.
Speaking of pushing himself to the corner, look at this. Gonna be a wall break with the super. Stopping that blood gauge from filling up. Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
Lapsus asking, I don't know who to root for. Listen, you're Danish. You never root for anyone else. Ooh, brave 2K. Yeah, just as quick. Maria's back, putting a 1 back on the scoreboard.
I mean, they describe this character as one shot, don't they?
Real. No, you're right. You're 100% right.
But I like that 2K from Lapsus in the end, because you kind of look at the situation. You're down to your last pixel health, right? You can hold you can hold a block string against Nagoriyuki, and especially when they're low on the blood gauge, you're gonna hold that samurai mix eventually. So why not chance it? Maybe you get lucky, right? You just throw a YOLO button out there, see what happens, because you're dead anyways.
Yeah, actually, you're kind of right. I don't remember the media situation, but Lapsus did a calculated risk. Pretty good at math. I think he's got a master's degree as well. So, you know, some of those calculations going into that. And switching colors as well to see if that goes better. Yeah, Lapsus, of course he is. On stream, we gotta see him.
True. Plays the game he commentates. Couldn't be somebody here. Anyways.
Now listen, the GOAT situation would be if Ice ever lets us commentate while we play our own game.
Oh god. I would like uncontrollably see that's not good for the kids at home.
People in chat will learn so much Swedish, honestly. And Dutch, to be fair. Imagine us two on stream
doing it in our native language. I barely know how to curse in Dutch, but here we go. Good bit of pressure. Maria able to keep. Was able to keep Lapsus locked down into the corner, but Lapsus kind of bold with some of these presses, just like that 2K whip, but ooh, great projectile crush. Right in, and the double bite.
Hey, yeah.
Commentators are goated, when you got 5th in my last bracket. You got 5th in a rigged bracket, bro.
Crazy how that works. Oh my god, I'm so glad I removed the vacuum from rainwater. Golly, I could not handle that. Like, just put me full screen. I do not want to stand in block string against Axel.
Yeah. Oh, that's a mix, but unfortunately you get bursted in the corner. Don't think we're going to see the time stop being able to let rip yet, and there it is, expires, unfortunately.
Oh, nice spacing and patience from Maria. Good stuff going into that full screen clone just to counter Axel's 2H. It's kind of interesting how these things interact, just counting that as a projectile, even though it's a normal. But now Maria has that full confirm burst back for Lapsus, just resetting it. Kind of equal on HP, but Axel does not do an equal amount of damage to Nago. So definitely more dangerous.
You need a very specific start to kind of do that damage that can close him out, but unfortunately just eats another projectile from Nago, and Maria now taking the lead in the set.
She had to lock in real quick after she heard us glazing Lapsus.
Are we going to see one last palette swap?
Oh yeah, claim your code, ! Matcherino, claim your code, click those 2 links, or 1 link, log in, claim your code, and I should definitely do that as well while I'm here.
You definitely should. I think we are 15 codes claimed already, so that is good progress without us having to shill it. I do like
Rexu does it for us.
Yeah, Rexu does it for us. But I mean, even before that, so I like to see that the community is starting to understand the assignment. And strong pressure coming out from Maria immediately. Bit of patience, sends that clone out, projectile crushes, and rushes Lapsus straight into the corner and dealing hella damage in the process.
Oh yeah, no, Nago got Karas on the bite. I completely forgot about that. That is insane. Speaking of bite, look at that range.
Yum.
Imagine removing Karas from PataChu and just giving it to Nago. It's like, you know that meme with the operation? Like, PataChu is like, Nago is standing over PataChu is like, good luck with your
oh yeah,
Kara reduction surgery. It's like, where's Nago? Who do you think got your Karas?
I mean, listen, I'm all for the vision
No!
of moving the cars on. Oh my god, what is that number? What is that damage?
What was that cover? I did not see what knocked him down. Whoa, that was insane damage. Good stuff, Maria. No, one hit left.
PRC extension as well, so not even like the Red RC pop-up.
Uh-oh. Oh my god, nice interruption to start up with Wild Assault.
Ooh,
Yeah,
plus frames and rainwater to close it out. Very nice. Lapsus staying alive. Can he tie up the score? Let's see. Still has burst on deck. Eats a wild wall on a round step, but no pickup. Still trapped into the corner.
Mad active 2K hit Lapsus burst immediately just to stay on range. I think Maria is just ready with her clone, honestly, just reacting to whatever Lapsus is doing. Nice counter is going to do some mad damage. Actually, no, because 2H, I completely forgot. But yeah, 6H counter hit is going to do the trick. A red RC to finish off the job and a quick and easy combo. Maria 3-1 over Lapsus. That first game looked way more dire for Maria, but then she kind of locked in.
Yeah, I think we talked about solutions, right? Like Winter Mantis definitely stopped being used. That was one thing.
Yep.
And the other one was that anytime that, I mean, we had a fairly good sense of when Lapsus would go for Sickle Flash, and then to use the clone to be able to just crush through it and advance on Lapsus and like counter hit during the recovery. It was a really good usage of tools there.
She was at the end. She was, as you said, she was just kind of reacting to whatever he was doing full screen, because you can kind of react to almost any movement that Axel does if you have enough blood. So it's a kind of a interesting matchup, and Maria adapted really quick. Just Lapsus got one, but then after that, Maria just took 3 clean ones, in my opinion. But Lapsus, good stuff on stream. It was fun seeing you. Your confirms were kind of nuts. I'm not gonna lie. Use those command grabs more.
Yeah, get those Winter Mantises out there. Those were epic. Also, I think in that last combo, like you mentioned, like 2HS and also 5HS in the new patch, no longer cancelable. But I think if I recall correctly, after that counter hit on the DP, not the true DP, but the input.
Yeah, I got you.
Maria had quite a lot of blood already, so to then go into like Fukyo and then the full extension would have like racked it up pretty quick. So I think just went for a pretty consistent confirm, get that 2HS knockdown, get a quick Fukyo in, approach in the corner, and try to mix for the kill. So I think that was the situation. Normally, yeah, there was a little bit more blood room, could have done cancels and just done a combo video on them.
It's like at Lapsus on Twitter. It's like this you bro, this you
bro on stream. This the event you commented, bro.
Oh my god, man. Imagine. Nah, imagine how toxic it would be on stream, man. I think it's good that we just stick to commentary.
Just hand on shoulder, stick to commentary, little bro. Let me not catch you around the street anymore.
Yo, even with buffed Goldlewis, I was just embarrassed myself. On God.
On God, they were like, Mastodon. I don't know, bro.
Listen, bro. Stick to commentary. Yeah. No bueno, as we say in Swedish.
No mames.
I'm fucking crying already. It's like the 3rd game.
Well, you got Lockhead because
lock the hell in.
Yeah, you got Lockhead because only one eye is on the screen here. Both damage.
Oh my god! Yeah, you're right.
So you can cry the tears that they can't because they don't. They only have one eye to spare between them, and it's gonna be Red Room versus Yoish.
The most blind matchup in the game. Just, bro, look at your screen. Like I can't.
Well, me barely, but I'm legally blind.
Oh, and another no. Wait, did I mix up? Oh, never mind.
Sees red, like, oh my god, Norway? No.
Yeah, I'm completely blind.
one of these characters is a blindfold. But this one's going to be an interesting one because both of these players are really looking to not let the other one play, and quite hefty on the resource management. And currently, Red is really controlling that space that Yoish wants to try and approach. We see some really aggressive air dashes that are just not really holding up right now. Oh, good start. Eddie is out there. Some schmakes, nice blocks, but unfortunately not enough. Still trapped in the corner. Dust is going to come out. Gets a simple wall break going into the Amorphous.
Asuka looking mad, so goes into the Mogu. Hard knockdown. Eddie summoned out, like, immense pressure coming in from Zato. You're in such a good position after the wall break on this. But he goes into the command arm immediately. and gets the Eddie back after those recent Season 4 buffs. Really, really good. I think Zato completely needed those, honestly. And goes into the command grab, again covering it with oppose. And that's always been a disgusting setup. Like ever since Season 1, that's just like oppose and going into command grab, because if you whiff the command grab, your oppose is just, you know, behind you to cover your ass.
We had to nerf Happy Chaos clone.
Exactly.
Look at that shit!
Oh no, but it takes a lot of resource. Don't worry about it.
Understandable. Okay, POC, keep him going, and there's the oppose once again, slaps him into the drunkard shade.
Yo, nice usage of 2P, doesn't have enough mana to be casting those spells, unfortunately, but it has 50 meters. Maybe you might go into something. Yep, here we go, just raw super mid-screen.
Ooh, actually almost avoided. Could have, if they didn't block that last hit, probably could have kept up the pressure. Still, Red Room not in the most ideal situation. Has to balance now, getting cards versus getting mana. Right now, kind of rolling pretty good, nicely here. Is teetering on that mana break point, but nevertheless, finding the hits on Yoish, and just like that, it's going to be a wall break. Not being able to cash up the super, but still, pixel health opportunity here for Yoish. Amorphous.
There's a little whisper on this. Anyway, but yeah, Zato is on the offense. Nice burst off that YRC was looking very, very dire for Red Room.
5P jabs, like, okay, I love it from Yoish. Just ball it out, right? Because the one hit you hold, you will lose, so might as well be aggressive with it, and it's paying off excellently. Yoish takes the first game.
I love seeing the decision making ever since we saw the first game with Millia versus Goldlewis. Like, decision making of your resources, the universal things like meter burst, but also especially these two characters that are very, very resource heavy. Just the decision making that goes in behind every single button press, especially as you said here in these interesting situations where it's last hit, whoever gets it just wins, no matter Eddie, no matter spell, no matter whatever. So seeing, as you said, going in on the more aggressive side, because no matter what happens, either you're dead or your opponent's dead, so you might as well just go in, right?
Absolutely. Red Room does have a slight silver lining in the chance of the DP card that he's holding right now. So there is an opportunity to try and bust out at certain points of the pressure, which Yoish doesn't have on Zato.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see how that plays out. Indeed, as you mentioned, this is a very oppressive matchup. Both players really looking to deny the other from playing. And so far, they're kind of fishing out hits just here, but it is Yoish that gets one started, sets out the oppose. Now, no Eddie meter.
Oh, just take the negative bonus, because you see Zato does not have Eddie on deck, unfortunately. But now gets a nice knockdown, 2K2D, just goes for the gold burst for I don't know what, the disrespect, because it definitely pays off. The tap dust is going to send him into a combo. There we go, the DP card on hand. Very, very nice timing.
Yeah, the one way to get out aside from universal system mechanics. Now both players trying to find their hit in. Sadly for Yoish, Red Room can kind of pepper the screen with projectiles, but sends the Eddie behind him, does the Hype Frog jump out, and the Sun Void is going to find the kill. Yoish extending the lead.
So I was just answering something in chat that was that one passed like 15 years ago. Anyway, we're right back into it. No resource Zato seems even more dangerous than normal, but no, another DP. Like, it's a rule of the universe. Like, listen, the sun goes up, the sun shines, and listen, if Asuka has the DP card, they're gonna be using it.
Yeah, it's like, get me out of here, but still, Drunken Shade coming out, trying to keep Red Room or to the corner, finds a hit, immediately cancels into the Sun Void. Going to be a wall break, so the hard knockdown plus welcome back Eddie. Pressure coming out, tries to push him away, but unfortunately, Eddie's a bit disjointed, so... Woo! Oh, wow, what an air throw.
No Eddie bar on gate, because that would have not saved you at all, but no, goes for the hero burst. But no. The Zato Airlines have been shut down. Storms are coming, and it's called Asuka this time. Just shoots him out of the air with a jump A. Or was it jump B? I'm not really sure.
Either way, shot him down. No fly zone here.
Exactly.
Trapped into the corner, doing a little bit of the mix. Finds a nice hit on that staggered pressure, but gets thrown into the corner now, so it's Yosh's turn to set up inescapable mix-ups.
Nice issue with teleport, just goes on the close slash immediately, and now we're right back to neutral. I think Yoish is just trying to wait until Eddie goes back, but no, Red Room does not let him at all. Look at his damage. I think this might just be kind of it.
We're seeing a lot of scaling, so it's going to be set up into... Oh, that is unfortunate. Did he block that? Yeah, he blocked it, so the cubes stay out, and just like that. Red Room is going to be tying up the set.
Because there's no real reason for you to do anything other than block in that situation, because you see your opponent trying to desperately get out no matter what.
Absolutely.
And if the YRC goes out, like, either your cubes hit him, or you get hit and your cubes just disappear. So 3 is like a very clear choice right here when you're gonna, in this specific situation. Very smart from Red Room.
Absolutely, and we're also talking about this whole resource game, right? The ultimate resource at the end of the day is your health bar, and Red Room just comparing this to Yoish was like, well, I'm far more in the advantage. Yoish has to seriously overextend, right, to try and mount a comeback. Really has to make committals, whereas I can just let the cubes do the talking for me, right? Send the cubes out, block, see what happens, and just like that, able to score that victory in time of the set. But now a really aggressive opening here from Yoish. Sets up crazy mix-ups, item block that.
And the blocks! Crazy stuff goes into the command grab combo. As we saw from the Strive trailer, I think Yoish watches Arxis or plays this some game from Arxis because that was kind of cute. Like I do like that combo from the BRC, or not BRC, the Blue Wall Assault. It just genuinely gives Zato incentive to use burst in another way, because before this, I don't think Blue Wall Assault was used too much, honestly.
Yeah, fair. And it's like, other than maybe trying to extend that pressure into, or like getting that stagger hit for the command grab setup. But there we go, Yoish, very dominant performance, scores a nice perfect, immediately that 2S to check right under the cube, trapping Red Room into the corner. We see that Eddie meter coming back at full stock, but a 2P check. He beats Eddie, finds the hit, and gets an opening here, but Yoish denying Red Room the approach so far.
6P Zato saving another player, but no, the back throw instant coming in yet again. The Red Room, a nice throw again coming in from the Screamer. I don't know what he was looking for, but that was instant. I don't know if those UK reactions or something else. I don't know what they put in the water over there.
He's just looking at the decks as like, whatever, anything but this.
Just get me the hell out of here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you're getting put the hell back in there into the Sun, which shouldn't be killed just yet, because Tanky Boy plus scaling, but that's going to be a hard knockdown, low on mana, and you're holding this wall pressure. Mana break here, and just like that, how many overheads can you realistically block?
You're also very low on mana, or sorry, you didn't have any mana at all, right? I think you were so close to just dying anyway, because any other hit would just sent you over the top, or like over the bottom, honestly, because you're so close to zero. Any amount of chip, any amount of damage, anything, because that felt like a checkmate situation if I've seen any, honestly.
Absolutely. In the immortal words of a certain League streamer, you have no mana.
Will not be mentioned by name.
So we're going into potentially the final game here. Yoish one game away from advancing forward on the winner's side. We'll see if Red Room has it in them again to be able to tie up the set here. So far, early burst doesn't want to see what Yoish has cooked up for them, but is going to have to see anyway. Stuck into the corner, tries to challenge out. The great disjoint is going to keep Red Room locked down. Half health already gone, but no hard knockdown to hold just yet.
Ooh, feels like Red Room was a bit too greedy with that mana resource, but now, like, giving Yoish every single room for improvement. Not the Red Room, unfortunately, because you're dead, and you're one round away from winning the whole thing. Yoish, looking real good right now. Doing some real nice adaptation. We'll see if he's going to be blocking this DP or not. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the most devious thing about Zato, is that like he not only has an air dash, but he just has that flight. And you just saw him stalled just out of range of that 6P. There we go, DP and check. Whoa! That's a crazy response to speed.
I don't know if that was a reaction, but listen, if you did that on prediction, hats off to you. Red Room not looking too hot even after that super, but now Amogus. Gotta be finishing off, and Yoish taking it fairly clean 3 games after that first win after Red Room.
Absolutely, I don't know, maybe a little sussy.
So, maybe a little sussy win, I'm not gonna lie.
We just do a little sussy with the little shadow buddy in the back, but great stuff there from Yoish, and of course a good attempt there from Red Room. Unfortunately got locked down a little too hard there by Zato. I mean, listen, if you're going to play one of those characters that sits there and kind of just does whatever they want while the opponent has to watch in the corner blocking all day, you better know how to take it when somebody else with a similar game plan approaches you from the other side.
And I just want to point out, this is... Okay, there are 3 rounds, but there are only like a few games in round 1. This is... I'll count this as round 2, but round 2, Yoish versus Red Room is kinda crazy. I'm not gonna be lying. Really nice. I mean, 16th and 17th seeds is, you know, fair enough in this situation. But man, already quality games. I mean, it's always quality games with Salty. Like the biggest tournament in EU, small shill. By the way, send this to all your friends. Even those who don't play Guilty Gear, because we need more players and we want more players because it's always more fun.
Absolutely. And speaking of shilling, we got ourselves a match Reno, of course. So we are 20 codes down. don't forget, !Matcherino, get yourself that link in chat. Hop on over to the Matcherino website and hit that claim code button. You will be prompted to sign in if you haven't done so already, so you can choose Twitch or any other service of your choice to do so. Once you've done that, hit that claim code button just in case, one more time just in case, and you'll be contributing 25 cents to the prize pool. It is free money. Support the players, support the content on stream.
Yo, big thanks to whoever's been clicking it. Onnings, big thanks. Biggie Schlag, thank you. Cat Lapsus, myself, thank you. Thank me very much. To Ultimate, everyone else who's been pressing those links, please keep doing it, because as my beautiful co-commentator said, it's completely free, and you know the TOs don't take anything. The commentators, it's all going to the prize pool and to number one, potentially number two, and it's kind of a dinner. I'm not gonna lie, it's already $25, and whoever wins, you know, a free kebab, a cheeky kebab.
Absolutely. And you know, the more we claim, the more we contribute. There can also be a top 2, top 3. More people can get paid out. Also, I'm noticing here on the stream matches that Revill has been adopting Marissa's naming style, which apparently deep lore is that it's a specific like way to note a Tohu clear.
Yes, it is. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you do it, I am and was a Toho fan. But I've been, for good reasons, not been, you know, going out with it, because I'm still afraid of what the repercussions might be. But yes, it is, and I think I don't know if Marisa ever said that, or like, but whenever I said Marisa, that's like from Toho, right? Because your name is like B1CC, and it's like, yeah, you're like one of the only people who actually recognize that, because most people think it's the SF6 Marisa for some reason. I don't know why. Well, I mean, not for some reason, but Craig, do you even play? Are you in chat? Do you even play SF6?
That's a good question. I wouldn't even. I just thought there was some kind of lore, especially like a very specific combination of letter and numbers. But here we go. We got Revill versus Jest. Jest coming back from a small hiatus. Had that initial opening of hype, especially a great outpour from the Argentinian community, always swarming the top 8er on the social medias with the Aguenta PEMDAS Jest.
It was such a banger meme. I remember that when just first time it came in. But man, like, Just is a crazy Axel, I'm not gonna lie. See, and I would really want to come into top 8 again, because these matches are quality, always.
Absolutely, but unfortunately, facing off against Sin, one of these characters that can kind of tussle a bit in that range of Axel, nevertheless also doing way more damage than Axel these days.
Oh my goodness, does everything more than Axel, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, nice, great check. We see a little bit of that aggression coming out from Jest. Unfortunately, Baker into the overhead, chucked into the corner. We're slowly mounting that health swing back. Great jump out, and we're gonna get the conversion on top of it.
Whoa! Cheeky low high goes for the dust into Red RC and has another one behind him. Oh, I was a bit scared, but I remember, you know, it's Axel. Break the ball from anywhere on the screen.
Send that 5P, and just like that, a very convincing round from both players. We are in for one hell of a match. See who is going to come out on top. Ooh. Great far slash, able to beat through the whirlwind. Going to go into... Wait, was that a reset in between there? No wonder that damage was insane.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
I was like, that time barrel, like, cashing out, that's a crazy bust, but alright, super, should be able to punish that far slash, just like that, and then look at the difference in damage low.
Yeah, it's a bit depressing, I'm not gonna lie.
And Revill gonna be taking that first game over Jest. I think one of the most depressing supers I have to watch is that wall break super from Chipp. It's just so disheartening.
How come? Like, it just
does no damage.
Yeah.
It's purely there just because, like, well, Chipp's other super that does do damage just puts you back to like mid-screen-ish. Yeah. So the only wall break super you have is this one.
Yeah.
And well, there's no guts in this game, so having like a big multi-hitting super doesn't really matter.
Oh, there are guts in this game.
Oh, there's guts? My fault.
Yeah, of course. No. Yeah, everything. Multi-hitting moves are actually like, or depends on what you're actually playing with. Yeah. Most often, multi-hitting moves are really good at crushing guts. Like Goldlewis's minigun is really good, Ram's laser super is really good, stuff like that. Just like crushes your guts and completely obliterates your HP.
Yeah, understandable. Anyways, good start here from Jest. Unfortunately, Revill going for the Hog Baker now. We're seeing some of those dash cancels come out from Revill, keep trapped to the corner in spite of the RC. Wild Assault to keep the pressure going, and great blocks. Also, no stamina to be able to make it safe. So, you know, quick and simple punish there coming out from Jest.
Ooh, nice. Just finishing up with a throw. Good stuff. Has the RC behind it if anything, any shenanigans happen. Zato just looking way more confident in this round, or the previous round for sure. But Revill is definitely not ready. And of course, I completely forgot that the what's it called again? I completely mixed up since moves, but the straight hitting move and the combos now. Kind of crazy.
Okay, RC bonking down to the ground, immediately pressing buttons just like that. 2K into dash up throw. Man, Jest is really feeling himself. Got the number. But he's run up 2Ks.
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay.
They're getting a bit crazy with it.
Yeah, a little saucy with it. I had no idea where that was going, but still. Super into the hard knockdown. Jest just trying to go for the back dash. Opts for the burst here is...
Nah, there's no way.
A little inspired, perhaps?
Whoa. Yes, I saw Lapsus and just went for it. Because I think that exact situation happened like in the span of the first 10 seconds of Lapsus' game.
Oh yeah, so the move in question was Beak Driver, otherwise known... Actually, well, not here. In Xrd, it's known as Peak Driver.
Oh yeah, Peak Driver, yeah.
Have you ever been hit by full screen Beak Driver in Xrd, dude?
Unfortunately, yeah. My short stint with Xrd got ruined by Sin.
Yeah, just getting hit by Peak Driver, full screen, gets counter hit, slaps off the wall, full ass conversion into the corner. None have ever done it like him since.
I'm not gonna lie, the multiple Peak Driver combos are kind of clean. I'm not gonna lie, I do love them against the corner.
Oh yeah, especially when you just do them off the wall. It's
exactly.
It's stamina efficient as well. It's great.
Yeah, it's so cool. Man, I wish some of those combos just stayed, but I think in general, the combos in Strive are just more intuitive.
Fair, understandable. Sir Cap a little Sin main and Xrd.
Peak Striver, yeah, good one actually.
It's Revill trying to keep Jest locked in the corner, but Jest is too happy to press these buttons. Off the Winter Mantis, getting that full Dio confirmed. Oh!
I think there was a small misjudgment off of the spacing on the corner, but nice, goes for the dash block because the tornado will hit no matter what. Ooh, good stuff.
A little bit, just staying slightly out of reach.
Nah.
Yeah, I knew that hit was a little too far away, and you know, what are you going to do off a far slash? Immediately commit your stamina, so great challenge there from Jest.
Nice 2-West, this is going to be a master confirm. That tornado not adding any scaling, and this is already 50% HP off of the nice counter hit.
Ooh, great whiff punish, and there's the Hawkbaker. Being able to get that confirmed from the height alone. But still, Jest just willing to press every time. Says like, oh yeah, word? You think it's your turn? Bro, check this shit out.
Oh, 2K is a really good match, but oh, nice reactions coming in, and really far 5D hit from max range, good stuff. 2K 2D goes into the full, like, block string, just tries everything to go into the corner.
Okay, interesting use of meter there, but nevertheless, keeping Jest locked down. He said, all right, you're out of meter, I've had enough, YRC. And just like that, gets hit once, so he's like, yeah, you want to reset? Nah, bro, eat this.
Hell no.
Get out of here.
It's like, put down the shoulder, stay next to little bro.
Stay next to little bro. You ain't built for these Strive streets. Where are you playing low tier, hardworking champs?
Pick Sin.
Pick Sin. Listen. I preach this over at the local. There's one aspect of like working hard. There's the other aspect of like, why work hard when you can slop your way to victory?
Yeah, no, it's like one aspect of working hard, like then there's other aspect of hardly working. So you know.
True. Just slot max. Just press the funny long range button. like, I want my turn on Jaw.
Mom said it's my turn, bro.
I'ma press 2K. You better keep this stagger pressure tight.
Oh, and the guard break machine that is called Sin. Plus, I was going to sit on the air, but now they're just full screen trying to play some semblance of neutral. Nice far slash to the tornado. This is finally hits and just goes for the neutral overhead. Can't hit, doesn't get the full conversion, unfortunately, but here we are. Plus frames on a 6K.
Driving to the corner, finds that L count, unfortunately not able to get the conversion, but still, Jest is trapped to the corner and is able to find that last hit, able to stagger it just right.
No. Just the brown star L count. I mean, it's a good option, but hey.
Sometimes let's relax a little bit. But just like instantly Jest running in, and that is one hell of a conversion. Sets up the heavy tornado and just try to challenge it a little too late. Eat some hits. Hero burst towards the end. Wants to try and close it out of this last round. Does find a hit, so the opportunity is there. Locked in the corner now. Finds that throw off the reset. OTG hit. Ooh.
Oh, unfortunate. I don't know what that move was. I think it was Alcant. But nice trade with a low hitting JH from Axel. Axel just trying to get away from Revill, and Revill switching up tactics completely after PataChu said lock in.
Probably got some quick advice in DMs. Just rush this character down. Do not give it space.
Nice stagger pressure. It feels like, yo, trying to keep the pressure completely airtight, and this should be a nice kill with the tire and barrel. But, yo, Revill noticed how Jest likes to press 2K fairly often. And just to get the... Oh, I think this is just Strive service acting up.
Yeah, Strive. Can we get a Strive Earth?
Strive Earth in chat, please. But nice 2-2 on the scoreboard. Very tight set from both of these. It feels like it's just a nice back and forth, even between rounds. And as I was saying before, Strive Earth so rudely interrupted me. Is Revill kind of me adapting to Jest's defensive playstyle, or not defensive playstyle? It's very offensive, trying to use those 2Ks very liberally, and Revill just trying to catch those with fairly tight stagger pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're seeing your opponent likes to employ some really active defense, liking to challenge your gaps that you're presenting, you need to make sure that that they do challenge it, but that you come out on top. So if they are getting hits through you, it means that you are not keeping it as tight as you imagine you were. Oh, great low crush. Unfortunately, they're eating the stagger, like biting right through the stagger pressure, but great shimmy, creating out the throw. Gonna get himself a nice big cash out here with the tire and barrel. Close to kill here. Wow, look at the damage.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. I'm not gonna say anything because I play Goldlewis, and everything I see is like, was it actually that much? Like, I can always do better with like 3 hits.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the trade-off is in a lot of matchups, you just kind of sit there being like, damn, this sucks. Oh, the throw through the deflect shield. And there's the stagger pressure.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Damn,
just like that.
Yo, just came in here like that fucking like Sin Godfather said, hey, listen, lock in. Don't be playing around.
I was about to say. PataChu be like, let me get a Sin win on screen.
Yeah.
Revill pulling up actually after those choice words. They locked in. Yeah, honestly, yeah, they fucking locked in. You're so right.
It's true, it worked out. They just gotta see their goat like in chat be like, I'm believed in? Alright. It's time to cook.
Now there's some like anime believe in like my friends believe in me. Like I can't let my friends down type shit. I can't believe it that works.
Listen, buddy. But like the fucking, it's so true. I mean, I like the aggression from Jest, right? Like to try and challenge out, and it can really shake up a player when they don't know how to respond properly to your pressure being consistently challenged out. You honestly sit there and question like, who would press there? Like, why would you press there? What is going on? What prompted you to do it? And that kind of just sets their whole game plan awry. But it was real good on Revill to then like kind of indeed focus up, lock in, say like, okay, the stagger pressure, a little less gaps.
Wait, no, this was more gap. What are you talking about? This was Gap City, brother.
No, it was gap on the playing, but the stagger pressure was really tight. Yeah, speaking of GOAT matches, we got Tiger Pop versus Neos coming up next.
Oh, that's a matchup if I've ever seen one.
Absolutely.
If we look at the bracket, Zando-1 over Yoish 3-0. And then the next game for top 8 is going to be Zando versus Revill. So did you actually win if your next opponent is going to be Zando? I do not think so, unfortunately.
A challenge at the big shot, the guy whose name is in the the quick info news section on the top right screen. That guy. It's a deep learning experience.
It really is. It's, if anything, it's a cold shower, like always, because there's levels to this play, and Zando is definitely sitting at the top.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's like, I think it's almost like between Zando and Tiger Pop. It really just depends on the weather.
True. It's like who woke up, who got their oats in.
Yeah, who got their oats in. Did you sleep on the left side or the right side?
Exactly.
Was it a full moon last night? Did you accidentally wake up? You know, crazy shit happens, and it's just like, yep. That's all it takes to differentiate it up. Because I mean, shout out to that last UFA set where they last round.
Yeah,
it was literally
no
like
resource at all. Yep.
Just fisticuffs. Anime.
Yeah, have you seen Free Run, by the way?
No, unfortunately I haven't. It wasn't really my cup of tea.
Zando was talking about which ones is all Zando Salty. I think that's fake because sets do not usually last that long. I think you just made it up. No, but in Free Run, the old man, I cannot remember his name for the life of me, but like, even when I'm out of mana, I can still fight and just fucking tosses his coat off and just starts fighting this young dude with his fists.
Damn, that's actually kind of based.
Yeah, like all Free Run is goated. It's so good. But anyway, what else is goated is just Tiger versus Neos.
Yeah, and so we're also seeing an interesting change on the Happy Chaos character, right? That J2K now actually forcing the knockdown. Clone is significantly worse.
Neos. One thing that's never going to be worse is Neos DP usage. That is kind of nuts, I'm not going to lie to you.
I mean, Neos just loves letting it rip on that DP. It's absolutely insane. It's like, it's just one of those things, right? Like, you have to present it, you have to respond to it, and if you don't, he's just going to keep going for it.
Oh yeah, now I can play footsies with backturn, and I think that's like just straight buff to Neos specifically. Not to any other Leo, but just Neos.
Yeah, Leo really needed that, huh?
I genuinely think it's a bit more interesting. Like, it's one of the most interesting changes in the whole patch, because it's genuinely interesting to see how Leos. You cannot differentiate between Leos.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
Neos.
nevertheless, my point more being that Leo is still just an all-time.
Yeah,
great
no,
position.
I get it.
But there we go. We see the Elden Ring mix-ups coming out, and Neo's unfortunately not able to react to it just right. Nice little gap there. Caught not blocking, but there's the DP to cut the pressure short. Wow, the 5P check. Read that the backdash was gonna, or the dash through was gonna come out, and instantly gonna go into a quick focus linked to a Deus Ex Machina, so that's gonna be a healthy amount of resources back to Tiger Palm.
No DBRC, so you kind of have to just be. Oh, nice counter hit. No DBRC, so you have to keep your what are they called? The safe jumps airtight. Oh my god, yeah, Neos is a very liberal user of the guard points. Very good as well. Like, it's very like justified for him to be using that.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just more so like there's a bad rep that people give to players using their characters' tools.
That's true. But it's genuinely justifiable. It's such a good tool. The matchup defining in a few cases, I'm not gonna lie. Whoa!
Crazy work on that shimmy at the very last end. I mean, we're talking like the person that likes the DP and you're doing a backdash on them. We call that conditioning in this house.
Yo, listen, don't forget the shampoo. Use the conditioner because you're kind of washing your opponent at that point and your hair. Like, cause that was kind of crazy, Tiger Pop. Like, woof.
I mean, like that is like some vacation home in their cerebral cortex type shit. I still like I can't get over the fact that like Neos will consistently DP through, and a DP will catch a backdash, but suddenly you're just deciding to go like, no, we shimmy here. Like, right, this last situation we shimmy.
Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. It's so fun to see.
Also, thank you, Michu, for the sub. Definitely. Wait, hold 66 months?
Whoa!
Holy. All right. Thanks for damn, I can't even math it up right now, but yo, appreciate the long time support.
A few years.
This is a few years.
Whoa!
Ooh, sends it like a rocket. Unfortunately, gets bursted into the corner. Big disjoint. Pop him right up. It's not going to be enough damage to kill, I believe. But still, that's the tech off the wall. Tries to use the JD to fly out, but gets shot on the way over.
Oh my god. Just tries to send the rocket again. But unfortunately, Tiger Pop, no fly zone here for Leo. Oh, Tiger Pop just keeps opting to go for an air option in most of these round starts. I'm not really sure why, but it seems to be working out fairly good, honestly.
I feel like, yeah, I do wonder as well. Like, I believe some of these larger buttons that Leo has. Like, ooh. Okay, nice, great chance. Still burst available for Neos. We're gonna. Oh no, it gets baited. Just as soon as I mentioned, but Hey, there's a gap on flash kicking, bro. RC as flash kick, keeps the pressure going, tries to FD this guy away, but again, another flash kick as a stagger pressure. Now he's too close to the sun.
Tiger's IVs were kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. And after that, like, just the conditioning, as I said, vacation home in the Revill court, it goes insane. Tiger Pop, like, making this not just a vacation home, but a permanent home for them in Neos' mind. But never mind, Neos just back out, evicted immediately.
Oh my god, evicted, you say?
Never mind.
It's a vacation home. He's gonna come back to it during the season that's warm.
Yo, these back and forths are kind of insane. Tiger Pop showing why they are, I'm not gonna lie, kind of #1 in the EU region. Not the EMEA, but EU region. I think there's no better overall player than Tiger Pop. And man, that defense was kind of nuts. There was that one sequence, like, people will like not soon forget. Those IBs, those side swaps, the backdash and the run through. You kind of have to be kind of cracked at the game for that.
Tiger Pop is definitely the one of the most complete package characters. Not only playing a very a character with heavy execution, but severely rewarding for if you can pull it off. But also just has a great sense of timing and reads on their opponents, as well as able to rarely do you just see people IB in this game because it's understandably it's a 2-frame window to get it out, but just to do it consistently, like it's nasty work out here. Stagger pressure, quick blast against the wall. Not going for the slump this time. He's going to close it out. Okay, staircase. Good block on the run through. Tries for something, but unfortunately eats the overhead. He's going to be trying to burst out here. PRC running. Good throw tech.
Oh, nice confirm. Just also the safe jump. Nice J2K to get that corner position. But yeah, just waits just a beat to catch Tiger Pop off guard. That's what RC, not going to be a burst. Tiger Pop is going to make sure of it with that Deus Ex Machina. Go straight through the screen and into the next round. It feels like Tiger Pop is very, very comfortable right now.
Absolutely. Just moisturized in his element in the swamp. You know how it is. And there's the IBs again. Just blocking. You see the danger of I'm going to run this pressure. Oh my god, the factor close like this.
Whoa!
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't block that.
No, hell no. I didn't even see what side Lego was on. Yo.
Okay, good catch with the tap dust, and just like that, Neos taking a round back. Ooh, stomp, but no pickup. That's a big change there. 2P, so just out of range from the throw attempt from Neos. Good DP going able to get through. Far slash, nice confirm there into the turbulence.
Hey, yo, those combos are kind of nasty. I'm not gonna lie. I do love those new ones. He goes, pops the Red Bull, goes for the full, no, goes for the full screen. Just run through, no fear at all. Tiger Pop managed to FT Leo out outside of that turbulence range and just gets a combo of their own. What a confirm though. Not too much damage, but the resource management or the resource game is going to be coming back for Tiger Pop just slowly but steadily. Has 1 bullet left in the chamber.
Yeah, so on the term of resource gain, right, has to probably commit their RC, goes for the super focus here, boink him into the air just like that, that full reload coming out instantly to the Wild Assault, the no tech, so we see a bit of that great beat damage, and just the P normals to close it out. And just like that, it's 3-0 Tiger Pop, so unfortunately, Ice sleeping on the job there.
Yeah, I was wondering. Yo, I do have to point out what is this, 5.5 years subscriber, and Ice's, like, what is that, the logo? Is that Ice in cat ears?
Yeah, it's a Lucky Chloe cosplay of Ice, and apparently there is a chance that when you subscribe, so right now the subscription alerts are broken,
oh my God.
But there is a rare chance that if you subscribe, you get Nyaisk, which is Ice in a Lucky Chloe cosplay.
I've never noticed that before. I've seen the emote in Yoish before, but I just never, I don't know if my brain wanted to compartmentalize whatever the hell I've seen on screen. But now I know. Hey, Maria, thanks very much for the raid and welcome to the stream. Good stuff on screen, or on stream. Very good match against Lapsus. Good stuff, honestly.
Yeah, it was really impressive to watch. So that was a very nice game to observe. Of course, we're going to be seeing, I believe it's PataChu back on stream. So we're going to be seeing the teammate from Neos hop in.
It's not back. It's not back. We had another sit on stream.
It's not Pat?
No, it is PataChu, but PataChu, this is first time on stream, I think, for today.
it is, but I was saying that he was going to get it's his appearance as a teammate of Neos.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so they're going to come on here and try to claim some dubs for the team, of course. Facing off against Zato-VaN. Zato-VaN, one of the next to Red Room, one of the true believers of the Asuka character, in spite of the changes. The slight changes that has Zando not too pleased about this the current state of the character.
Understandable. I can fully understand what the changes for. I was about to say Ice, but Asuka. I can never fully understand because I do not really understand the character fully. But I just check Twitter and see like first Zando and then someone else, and it's like, it's probably worse. That's about my research into the character.
I absolutely peak Twitter, man. Just like I can't think for myself. Somebody just give me an opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Even with Goldlewis, I'm like, is this actually better?
What say you, other Goldlewis players?
Exactly.
Yes, okay, this is now my opinion. Thank you. But this is going to be an interesting one because I think this is more so a problem for like who the opponent is for Zato-VaN rather than the character he's playing, because even like this is so Sin Asuka, very interesting. Sin, great long buttons, able to challenge through a lot of these cubes, especially that beak driver, maybe able to tag Asuka through some of the cubes. But of course, if PataChu isn't feeling the Sin at the moment, can easily swap to the Elfeld, who also similarly has a great time competing into these cubes.
Oh, they just added mana break to super. Oh, was that it?
Surely that can't just be it. That has like some Zato, some
and some
Asuka
other
plays.
things. There you go.
Yeah, and some other things. Oh, just a super nerf that has the entire crowd just dooming. I feel you.
Yo, and Zato-VaN back on his namesake champion. I think they actually named Zato after Zato-1, so but that's all. That's only what I've heard.
Yeah, that kind of puts my prediction a little bit out of the window because yeah, you do have these great normals to try and tag Zato, and if this was an older Guilty Gear, it would have been definitely a really cursed matchup. But now we're playing Strive, and this seems to be working quite nicely here for Zato.
That Oppo's doing some crazy work, and Zato-VaN on some crazy stuff, already killing PataChu. But that resource management to make Oppo's just outside of killing Eddie, and while still getting that insane conversion. It's done that multiple times, both in neutral and in that corner position.
Did they buff Eddie? Yeah, they definitely buffed Eddie. Okay, pressure, keeping Zato-VaN locked in the corner. We see the stagger pressure coming out, close slash plus, but able to find the challenge now, swapping over. Are we going to see that corner swap combo? No, we're just doing a corner combo in mid-screen, actually.
Those sandwich combos between Zato and Eddie are kind of nuts, I'm not going to lie. That's why I see, and we see those buffs in effect for Zato. Not all of the Eddie meter gets thrown out the window as soon as you kill him. But already got in the full Eddie meter back, uses that oppose and tries to play neutral with Eddie with it, which I think genuinely is a correct option here, because Sin, as you said, long range buttons, and you genuinely want to just hit him out of that startup as soon as you can. And look at this relentless pressure coming in from Zato-VaN.
Absolutely. Now, has no more Eddie meter, so that does give the opportunity to PataChu to try and challenge here. Finds an overhead hit, RCs for the extension, driving all the way into the corner. We're seeing Zato-VaN cool, calm, collected, not using that burst just yet. Holding these block strings. Eddie is back, but still the patience. Finds the opportunity to challenge, but there's the oppose. Sets up the mix, finds a hit, but isn't able to get the conversion just yet. And oppose through the Hawk Baker. Yeah, we really had to nerf Chaos Clone, huh?
I sense some personal grudge against the pose.
I don't know, it's the exact same function, and it's just like, yeah, this is not getting hit apparently. But yeah, great stuff there so far from Zato-VaN. Very nice oppressive work, and I also like the patience there, right? Could have bursted earlier, but you just want to sit there, wait for Sin to just gas themselves out, right? And then you'll find your opportunity to try and mash through the stagger pressure, and it came dividends. And there is the character swap when PataChu isn't quite feeling this, the Sin in the matchup is going to go back to his old beloved Elfeld.
Duel 1.
I'm still rocking the collar 6. I love the Swedish Elfeld, by the way, I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit of claiming, huh? Oh!
Yo, just the raw blue wall assault. This stuff coming in the corner goes for the low oppose out, and this is a serious situation that PataChu has been in. Still, whoa! Nah, that interaction was mad.
Yeah, trying to get that command grab, but unfortunately, doing a backdash from PataChu was able to deny that. See, one of those new LFL changes, you're going to get that wall break with the bomb still strapped on you. Hard knockdown, and just like that, you think you could deflect shield them away. Still got to hold that great YRC, actually trading position. Opposed going to connect, but just goes for the RC to immediately deny the follow-up, and PataChu able to take the first round of game 2.
You see that season 1, even season 1 gameplay, going for a button into the RC to get opposed out of the way, managing to hit Zato-1 out of whatever he was trying to press. But now Zato-1 is right back into a position he feels really comfortable in. And opposed again, carrying this man on his shoulders. No, not really. I'm not going to say carry because that's mean. But anyway, going back to neutral, trying everything to just stall back Eddie Gage. And now look at those active frames on the invite. Hell, really good stuff. Opposed again. Good stuff going into that, and like the corner combo is going to be ending it all almost.
Absolutely, and there's the Sun Void, so we're going to cash out that 50 meter for that hard knockdown, plus Eddie back. There is burst available for PataChu, but chances are they're not likely to use it because this round seems pretty doomed, and just like that, scooped up, snatched into the shark nest, and we're going to go into the final round of game 2. PataChu looking to tie up the set, whereas Zato-VaN looking to extend his lead some more.
Immediately going into the Pog Frolic, side switch. Whoa, and again side switch just to avoid the burst into the corner, but PataChu opts to stick with the burst 50%. A bit more than half HP, and another combo could just do the trick. And oh, here we go. Immediate burst does not want to lose the round. But like, man, like this is not looking great for PataChu.
Oh, okay, finds a throw, just decides to, why not? Let's chance it out. Now, running that stance pressure, we're going to see the bomb vest put onto Zato-VaN. We're going to have to hold this pressure. Sets up, and there's the big explosion pop-up. It's going to be a nice conversion here for PataChu. Are we going to see it yet again in the same situation? There is burst available for Zato-VaN, but we are in dire straits.
I'm not quite sure that the burst even removes the bombs, and doesn't matter at all because a single projectile from Alpha is going to be sending Zato-VaN through the other wall. And now we have 1 apiece on the scoreboard. Crazy offense coming into PataChu from PataChu as well. Just the switch up to Alpha might have been the answer, but it still looked kind of dire for PataChu in some situations. I'm not going to lie.
I agree. Like the hard part about playing into Zato is that you really have to contest the screen space and try to keep them under control, because the moment that they do get in on you, especially using Eddie or whatever, there's a good way to. Oh, I see the stream match. There's already some interesting reaction going on there. But back to my point, is you can use Eddie to control screen space or push them into the corner. And if you're in the corner against Zato and there is Eddie meter, you are holding a very tight and rough sequence to try and find your way out from, plus mix-ups. Just like that.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of force the burst right there. Kind of head force slash from Zato with the full Eddie gauge. Kind of dire if you get hit by it. Yeah, but okay, can switch test cases. Yeah, still Asuka discussion in chat. I guess, yeah, you can switch test cases. That's something, I guess. Whoa, 5H, big! And manages to get a full confirm from it. Oh my goodness, it's not just a Cunnet, not just for show. And Elfeld with those bombs straight away through the other screen. Zato-VaN does have that YRC, but still is going to be very, very dangerous for him with those bombs still on it. And yeah, you cannot do anything after you get hit. No YRC for you, no burst for you. PataChu looking very comfortable with this pick.
Yeah, it's one of those things of like, you're already having to deal with the strawberry mix-ups, and what is that 2S able to clean nicely through? Oh no, he pressed 2S, so he was able to hit both Eddie and Zato at the same time. Just like that, PataChu able to lock it to the corner. See the bomb vest being strapped out once again. Just like that, those strawberry mix-ups are going to get more dangerous, because the moment you let one rip, you're just going to pop right up into the air.
Absolutely are. And you see here, he's kind of forced to block, and he even loses Eddie completely because of those bombs. And another cross up with the bomb, and that grab is going to be sealing the deal. PataChu just trying to speedrun this. 2-1 takes the lead over Zato-1 after a very dire situation, both on Sin. And a bit of a shaky second game on Elfid as well. PataChu is finally finding his rhythm, and it is looking very fast. A bit too fast for Zato-1, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the name of the game in Strive really much always has been like who gets the first hit wins. But it's definitely way more the case in these characters that have these this disjointed, almost like Bluetooth pressure with having a secondary thing, giving them the plus frames. We're talking about Happy Chaos Gunshot. We're talking about Asuka Cubes. We're talking a bit about that Thunderbird in some situation. Of course, yep. Eddie for Zato able to just keep that pressure going, setting up mix-ups while for Zato being able to just operate while you're still holding that block stun. And yeah, just by being hyper aggressive, PataChu is able to deny that that playstyle, and not having a reversal other than system mechanics really puts you in a tough spot.
It really does, especially against Lapsus. She's always been polarizing even before, but now we do see the switch from Zato to Asuka. Maybe that will make him more comfortable. Honestly, no. Never mind. Zato-1 is actually locked into Asuka, so even if he wins, no matter how close it is, he cannot be switching back to Zato a single time.
Yeah, there's still an opportunity for PataChu to switch back to Sin should he feel the need to. And so far, the change is working out, so we can see that that Asuka experience really paying off. I believe also the long amount of time they've been playing Asuka is starting to show here.
Covers the way for PRC, just on the PRC coming in for Zato-1, just a DP. Get the hell off me, back into the corner.
Yeah,
ooh, nice 6
nice. But gets thrown for their troubles, close towards the corner now. Sets up. I forgot what that staff does, but tries to anti-air, but unfortunately a little off on the timing. The Record series making it a little awkward to anti-air properly. Mana break. Are we gonna be able to see the kill? Just going for the damage super. No need to go for the bomb vest, and just like that, PataChu set point.
Even after we commented on how dire it looked for PataChu, or how much better it looked for Zato-1, I mean, PataChu still managing to claim the victory on this, or sorry, the Battle Royale dub, the chicken dinner, or whatever the hell we call it.
Absolutely, and just like that, Zato-VaN now taking a bit of the control of the screen here, trying to get that mana back up, throwing out a bunch of stagger pressure and also chip damage in the face of PataChu. Now we're going to go for the muddle again. PataChu does have burst available and the YRC, unfortunately eats a sweep as well as a teleport. No burst just yet, but that was a really awkward point to burst.
Oh, definitely was nice using over the 5-8 just to go through the arpeggio. I was about to say, it's kind of awkward situation for Zato-1 because he did teleport himself into the corner, but now I'm back to full screen. Double arpeggio, no, never mind. Has a few decent cards in the hand, but no, doesn't need them, just goes for the 6p counter hit. That is going to be it for this round. And Zato-1 very close to just equalizing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, really good 6Ps coming out from Zato-VaN, denying a lot of these, the aerial portions of these Record series. And now PataChu trying to approach and challenge Zato-VaN, but Zato-VaN able to keep them at that optimal distance where it can be nice and plus and just keep casting cubes, keep doing Shadow Wizard Money Gang type activities.
Legalized dukes or whatever.
Legalized nuclear bombs.
Arpeggio
Please make honey.
No! Get off my fucking head. Oh my god. Nice. Oh, doesn't manage to get it. Zato-VaN, do not drop this into loss. Do not make the true combo true. Oh, it looks dire for a hero. PataChu does have full bar and the hard knockdown after the... Oi!
Oh, goes to the super. Has to be able to make it safe though with the PRC, and there we see it happening. Able to disjoint right through the big old mess on the screen, and we're seeing a corner-to-corner conversion. Burst is available for Zato-VaN. We'll be using it here. Has to try and stay alive, but a great 6P is going to seal the deal, and we're going to be seeing our first game 5 of the evening.
Golly, that was insane. What a sequence. This was very close for Zato-1 to losing, but nah, kept his cool. Sent out the staff. I don't know if that was a bait or not, just to send out any spell. 6Ps, Elfield's approach. And that was it. Like, man, that was almost the comeback of the century, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the big winner so far in these games has been that 6P for Zato-VaN, but we're going to see the switch back to Sin for PataChu. Of course, Zato-VaN locked into the Asuka character, has no more opportunity to lose, henceforth no opportunity to swap. So we're going to finally see that conversation we had at the beginning of this set.
I'm not quite sure how this matchup looks like, but I think it looks kind of dire for Asuka in general, because I think we talked about this, as you said, Sin just has so many things to counter the cubes, and now especially counters Zato-VaN's HP, because look at this.
Yep,
already looking really bad.
Mana break, and you have that beak drive to challenge at those rages, especially that 6P to beak driver cancel. Hawkbaker also to be able to blow through some of these sequences. Great staggers on the lows after that RC, and just like that, PataChu on a tear, setting themselves up once again on set point.
Indeed, Maria, Sin buffs are kind of insane, I'm not gonna lie to you. Forced to burst. On herself, born to block, forced to burst. Big driver whiffs, but no punish coming in from Zato-VaN. Still, nice 6P. The awareness of that anti-air has been kind of insane. Yeah, look at that universal. Just 6P dealing, like, just completely deleting all 3 air cubes. But no, Zato-1 managed to get a kind of a good hit, but the cross-up does not hit.
Oh, and a hard burst bait there, just kind of crouching, waiting for response. And again, the 6B challenging the approach from PataChu. PataChu does find the hit, able to convert without having to RC. And there we go, we see the Hawk Baker get the wall break, a full stick of butter, just blue RCs in, make sure that there is no opportunity for Zato-1 to get the press, finds the mana break, keeps him locked down in the corner, says we are running this show, and just like that, finds the throw RC, and PataChu takes it 3-2 over Zato-1.
That was a kind of sick match, I'm not gonna lie. These back and forths and the counter switch is always fun to see how versatile all of our top players are, especially people of the PataChu's and Zato-1's caliber. Like moving from Sin to Elfelt, even though they're both kind of simpler characters in terms of skill, especially compared to Asuka and Zato, you can definitely see the variety in PataChu's game style and the variety in the adaptations he has to make against Zato-VaN, especially against the two most or more of the complex characters in the game. And then Zato-VaN, how he can switch back from really good mastery of Zato into insane good mastery of, I was about to say Isuka again, I cannot differentiate these two people.
Speaking of Isuka, I literally just got flashbanged by Isuka while you were talking all that great stuff. He played the Isuka vid. It's ooh, all right.
On stream, did I miss that? Hell,
yeah, you missed that. You can probably scroll back into the VOD, but it's it was something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so happy that the DP isn't a combo starter anymore, because that was kind of ridiculous before.
The little cosplay of old Xrd Sid, but I have no subtle segue to this, so good as time as any. Matcherinos, we are halfway through, and well, before we do our inevitable swap, I don't think we've been queued up for that just yet, have we?
I think we usually do like one game into top 8, and so next game is going to be our last, I think.
Damn, yeah, I see Ice typing it up already. Typing up Storm, telling us to hop off, get out of here.
Get out!
You guys might do one extra match of this? Oh, absolutely, it would be my pleasure. You know, see, Ice is too smart, because they made it that you can't do emotes on Salty, because oh boy, do I got that soundboard. Get up! Get up!
Oh, we're actually doing one extra matchup, but it's 2 matches into top 8. Absolutely. The more I stay here, the merrier I become.
Absolutely. And then up next, we got to talk about Tiger Pop versus Setchi.
El Tigre del Pop versus Setchi. This is a classic EMEA match. This has been a classic ever since they both started to play this game. And man, Happy Chaos versus Zato seems like just a classic. Genuinely, in EMEA, it's always so fun to see it on Salty and any other tournament, because we've seen it so many times. We've seen the adaptations over the different patches. We've seen so many different variations and iterations of both of these characters, both through nerfs, through buffs, through everything in between. But still, the players stay the same and the quality stays the same.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I talked about this a lot. Is that yeah, kind of Happy Chaos. Part of the reason why this character is design is so crazy is because it kind of treads into the side of it treads into the domain of Zato. Zato being the puppet character, and Happy Chaos having that similar puppet-like function, only that there's no travel time. You don't have a funny little goblin, a little blorbo for you on screen to do some hits for you. You just have a gun. You press the button, it shoots you, and with that way, you're able to stagger your way through, set up very plus situations to cover for your mix-ups. You also just have that roll through. So it's going to be a very similar style of play to each other. Only that, and in that regard, right, both of these players are going to look to definitely score that first hit and keep them jailed in that corner pressure, using their resources to set up all kinds of mix-ups and hope the player cracks before they run out.
Oh yeah, we've seen Isaac's mom is probably in chat, so hi Isaac's parents. I hope you're having a really nice time. And yeah, and Ending Walker's dad, not only his dad, but also his mom is so active on Twitter. And I think all of the Street Fighter community loves her. Like, she's just such a wonderful lady. And I had the pleasure and the privilege of exchanging a few words with her at Head Stomper last year, I think.
Oh,
like in the
cool.
beginning, like when I first started like traveling for tournaments. And I think the first person I accidentally bumped into, I was just like, oh, I'm sorry, and then just turned around. There's Ending Walker, his mom, and I think Ixion, if my memory serves me correctly.
Oh,
I was
nice.
like, oh my god, I'm a huge fan, blah blah, and everything. And she was such a lovely lady, and like so supportive of Ending Walker and the whole scene as well, which is so nice to see from parents. Honestly,
Absolutely. Did you get one of those potatoes?
No, I didn't get one of those potatoes, but she definitely showed it. It's always there, supporting Ending Walker from the sidelines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very, very heartwarming. See, meanwhile, in terms of like what we got going on in the Netherlands as our young and upcoming players, we got the Street Fighter player called Zerna, and
yes, I've seen him. He's so hilarious.
he is hilarious. But I was riding the train back from him from crossover where he won, and he just turned to me and he's like, "Hey, you want to do the fucking brain rot test, bro?" And he busts out TikTok, sits me down. I sit there going like, "All right, let's go." I got half marks, but bro knows them all. He's great. He's a blast to hang around with.
Yo, that one video where Zerna posted the brain rot, like the fucking, what's it called? The jump pork.
The little snack.
Little snack.
Little
So
snack.
hash browns.
I didn't know jump pork was on that hash browns with bacon eggs.
I thought it was just a random video. I'm like the flashbang of Damascus. I've never been so shocked in my whole life because I just thought it was just a random, Dutch shitposting video because I do get those from time to time on Twitter. But then I see Damascus and I was like, holy shit, it's actually just a Street Fighter player.
No, I was just sharing it.
I did not know what you're talking about, bro.
I was just giving my salutes to Zerna for absolutely just putting on a tear for these older heads in the FGC scene, right? Getting them very acquainted with brain rot humor. Last post I saw from Zerna before hopping on this was somebody posted like, "Yo, what's like been a 10 out of 10 movie, whatever?" And somebody like put like a genuine reply. He replies under that in asterisk, "Skibbity toilet." 10 out of 10
True,
series.
by the way.
Animation, production, storytelling.
He's way too funny. He's way too funny. But I haven't had the pleasure of seeing any gameplay, but I can only guess that he's really good.
I swear he yearns to be an anime player, but he believes in the Street Fighter vision. So I can't. Hey, it's unfortunate to be like that sometimes, but it is what it is.
It do be what it do be. Anime is always going to stay on top, no matter what it is.
It's peak.
It is peak. I'm not gonna lie. I wish more anime games could update it. I mean, Unit 2 is out. Such a nice game. I've been trying it out from time to time, but like I don't know. It's such a difficult game too. I mean, Rectu, you sold me on Uni. I'm not gonna lie. Like all that shilling, like you got me.
I'm kind of on the fence with some. Like sometimes it's definitely nice to get those newer games out there, especially like the case of Strive. A lot of discussion, a lot of debate, a lot of hatred coming out of this game, but it did one thing very well, which is introduced a whole swath of people to the FGC genre, and we got to give it its flowers for that. And just like that, right, it's done its duty. You're expanding on to some other titles now. Some other players have also dipped their toes in different games, which is also very cool to see. And well, my take on it is there, to an extent you have well, we have Strive, great, active game, has a lot of people interested. You also get Strive-esque patches where the state of the character really just dynamically shifts, which I am kind of grateful to an extent that Blazblue had got its rollback patch and that was it.
Yeah, fair enough. 100% get that. I do want to dip my toes in Blazblue, CF, of course, not tag, but the tag does look kind of peak. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We got hella tag players in Zero Fundamentals. Actually, it was really funny. One of the OG TOs from Zero Fundamentals was like, "Oh, I want to start up a scene so people play BB tag," and him and one other guy joined. And he's like, "Fine, I'll bite the CF pill." Hosted a CF bracket. Then we all came out of the shadows, just turned over the rock. CF players coming crawling out. Let's get on some peak. Guess who I play in that game? Naoto.
In CF? Oh man, I wish I knew the characters.
I'm looking at Sir Kappa. I know I got the feeling he plays Naoto in that game. Hakumen.
Damn.
Alright, yeah. White Void Gaming, that's alright.
Oh my god, the Sin Mirror. We got the Revill versus PataChu instead of Setchi and Tiger. But hopefully we will be commentating Setchi and Tiger because we got another match.
Yay! We did get an extra match. So yeah, Setchi kind of missing in action right now. So we are, indeed, we swapping over to Revill versus PataChu. So now we got the Patriarch who told Revill to lock in, now facing off Let's see your chop chunks.
No! Oh!
All right.
Don't do that.
I see what kind of match this is.
Don't do that, come on. Oi! Uses the 5P for a nice anti, almost gets a conversion, but both bursts are now gone. Like, look at that footsies, just presses 2S in neutral, and you're gone. Oi! Yeah, that's gonna be a massive, massive chunk of health gone from Revill already with that soup. Revill does have that meter still. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it, unfortunately.
Shouldn't quite be a kill here because doesn't quite get the meter build just up yet. But look, we're down to our last sliver of health here. We do have the meter available, but you're going to overextend so hard to try and find an opening here. And just like that, right, PataChu has the health to gamble out. Even if you can't RC this meter, you do have to, you do have to run the risk that the opponent can literally just press DP anytime they want.
Oh my god, the neutral. Nice! 2S finally connecting. Not getting him a bigger combo than just 2S into the Elcon, but yeah, wall break is going to be enough, and just through the wall, hard knockdown, not looking good for Revill, for the underdog right here.
Okay, DP's through it again. We're getting to that position where PataChu has a lot of health to be able to gamble with. We're going to see a lot more DPs, a bit more aggressive defense play. But so far, a good adaptation here from Revill, being a little patient, and PataChu seeing that decides to burst. He's able to RC and throw him through the startup, gets the punish on the DP, and that should be a kill here. And that's kind of the situation exactly. Like you have to get this right level of like really aggressive play, but not overextending too much, because when you are in such a life deficit, the opponent can kind of gamble really hard to force you into an awkward situation, and you just get that, rob that last sliver of health from you.
Absolutely, absolutely. PataChu on the health deficit, but nice combo, threatening a lot of damage and potentially the wall break, so Revill opts to just use the burst. And 2S the god button in this matchup, I guess, and every other matchup, not gonna lie. It's showing its true colors right here as the, only neutral button you kind of need in this matchup.
Absolutely, and we find another opening hit, and it's now PataChu that's on the back foot here, so Revill kind of still likes to be aggressive, likes to air dash around, and that just set up the opportunity for PataChu to be a little bit patient and find a solid opportunity to just press in. Now has the knockdown pressure running, now choosing to back off a little bit.
Whoa!
Beats out the throw option there, and just like that, PataChu able to close it out in the end. Still, very close work from both players. Excellent. It was also a really cool comeback there from Revill in round 2, but still, it is PataChu taking game 1.
Look way closer than I thought between these two, especially since PataChu is the, as you said, godfather of Sin in EMEA. But hey, I see the students are learning. I see the students are pulling up.
Yeah, they're watching they're absolutely studying, watching the PataChu gameplay. Hashtag noticing.
I'm not gonna let some old man be running the Sin game all his life.
It's like, we could steal this tech.
Oh my god, man! Oh my god, man! Yo, crazy! I can only imagine that this mirror is like the Goldlewis mirror, with both press 6P into the Behemoth Typhoon. Just a little handshake before the match really starts.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like at the end of the day, what do you lose? Just a bit of health, right?
Exactly.
Screen position is gonna be equal. Meter is gonna be equal. There we go. Oh no!
This is super unfortunate.
Yeah, a little too far away for that first hit of Tire and Barrel. Now able to convert into the corner. PataChu quickly capitalizing off the error from Revill, but Revill finally out, but nevertheless still challenged, and PataChu should be able to close out that first round of game 2.
Let's see the friendly handshake. Oh no, they actually offer something different. Crazy. PataChu said, it's my turn on the brain cell.
Singular brain cell, let me on. Okay, great throw. Keep them locked into the corner. Sets up an interesting air option, but gets 6 feet for their troubles. And there we go, PataChu now riding that comeback, putting Revill into the corner. Good block so far. See if there's going to be any cracking open just yet. Tries 6 feet chance, but no punish. But the second hit, just letting it rip on the 6 HS.
This is going to be a full combo after those blocks. Nice RC to bait out the burst, and there's going to be a wall break and the death as well. Charge dust more than enough just to kill Revill. PataChu on that 2-0. Good stuff, honestly. Like the adaptations PataChu is doing right now is kind of crazy. Very subtle, just waiting for those whiff punishes, because maybe he noticed that Revill likes to be pressing buttons in neutral. Just waiting for your opponent to do the mistake is often a very, very, very solid and very good layer 1, as you can see. So Revill needs to definitely be turning up if you catch my drift.
Or just lock in.
Or
But
lock in,
unfortunately,
yo.
there's no PataChu to tell him that.
I was about to say that. He does nothing. No one in chat to tell him to lock in.
Let's see, just currently tiptoeing away from each other, but great L count, able to low profile under the far side. Simple 2P pressure, just get a little damage extension, but just like that, Revill was about to get the pressure going, but gets thrown back into the corner. We see, mid-pressure taunting.
There's a bit of respect between these two players, just holding down back, and then a DP, of course, and again a DP. Oh my god, this is peak scene gameplay, I'm not gonna lie. You know that one dog with the propeller hat and just holding like Sin's flag?
Yeah.
Like I can just imagine these both like players playing exactly like that.
Just having a blast here, just throwing out their big old normals at each other. Hog bakering right through pressure strings at peak.
This is too crazy for me. Oh my goodness. You should never give a person the power of a DP because they will just use it like this.
Shoutouts to Neos.
Shoutouts to Neos. And my homeboy Nagoriyuki, the dash SDP goes kind of crazy.
Okay, good stagger pressure, nice throw. 5P to check the jump in and just runs up, real aggressive throw. And PataChu now on set point. Both players looking really good in resources here. Revill does have that slight burst gauge advantage, and we immediately see PataChu just laying a rip, sends that wall assault, driving him all the way into the corner. And Revill going to be bursting, doesn't want to let PataChu get that positive bonus anytime soon, but immediately checking into the into the footsies, the shimmies. Oh, and the DP bait on top of it. PataChu is locked the fuck in.
This is the ultimate downside of playing as PataChu. No one gets to tell you to lock in. Active frames. So 2S is going to be sending Revill all the way down to losers. I think if my vision is not worse, that's a 3-0 on the scoreboard, and that's kind of crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh, Cuenca, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Unfortunately, didn't see you on the stream, but I cannot wait for the next time I see you. And man, thank you very much.
Absolutely. But yeah, that's definitely the Sin Mirror is a very interesting matchup because you kind of touched on it earlier. That it's one of those matchups that you can't, in my opinion, play too wildly. Like you could, but Sin has some really great ways to respond against a player that plays so aggressively wild. And they kind of just have to poke at each other. And well, PataChu just has that timing down a lot better than Revill did. And you see it winning out a lot with these 2S whiff punishes as well as other long range normals.
Because we can just flip it on its head and just say, okay, final match for me and my beautiful co-commentator here. It's going to be a wonderful time. Just listen, Tiger Pop versus Setchi is going to be a banger. And I don't think there's a better match to send us off with. But as I was saying, the first match, or the rounds that looked kind of dire for PataChu, as you were saying, both were kind of just sending buttons out in neutral, just pressing 2S, just pressing peak driver, just trying to catch the opponent off guard. But as soon as PataChu kind of figured that out, it looked way different. And as we have touched on many times before, Strive is a lot about who gets the first hit, especially a character like Sin. Because once you're in the corner against Sin, like there's not much saving you against that. Got an overhead, got a low, got infinite guard crushes, got a really good pressure with the stamina, got the wild assault, got everything, So it's just whoever gets the first hit, you kind of, most of the time, you kind of just end there around there.
Yeah, and it's also very interesting to see, like, from the fighting games that I come from, the burst game is usually quite reserved, and you tend to see burst come out a little later, right? The first few hits isn't too dramatic, but again, right, how critical is it these first couple hits, and especially going into Tiger Pop versus Setchi, it's doubly so, right? These pressures setting up suffocating amounts of just, control over the other player, using all kinds of disjoints in their kit, right? Gunshots, eddy normals, all the works to keep themselves nice and plus and set themselves up for mix-ups. It kind of becomes really important to just let that burst rip right off the gates. First hit, say like, nuh-uh, get that hit once again. Also, shoutouts to Tekken, I guess.
Shoutouts to Tekken.
Yeah, we see the not so subtle reminder. So going into our final game, we have already 31 codes claimed. So
claim your codes.
Yeah, claim your codes as as the devil on your shoulder Mastodon just told you.
Oh, no.
Claim those codes, hop on over to the Match Arena link, hit the claim code button. You'll be prompted to sign in if you haven't done so already. You can choose Twitch or one other service of your choice to do the sign in for you. Hit that claim code button once again just to be sure, and you'll be contributing 25 cents to the prize pool. It is free money, and you'll be helping out the stream and the players get themselves a little bag.
Hopefully we can get, how many? Oh, $28.50. That's enough for a nice hamburger or a nice kebab. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, don't spare any expensive, right? Not regular fries, loaded fries.
Exactly, those animal style. Get that bag. You deserve it.
Absolutely. Here we go. Tiger Pop versus Setchi. We see a little of that patience come out of that longer range that both players. I think it's funny. Both these characters could just have like the uncontested bounce step run, huh?
Yeah, a bit. Kind of. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're kind of right about that. But the general stripe Twitter, the big stripe, has told me not to say these things out loud.
Drive Mafia, huh? I see.
Yeah, exactly.
They got you silenced, but I got no stake in this. I'll say it how it is.
This wasn't Zato Mafia, I'm not gonna lie. They know where I live. But nice bait with the YRC from Tiger Pop. Gets that nice clean counter hit and just finish off the round.
Yeah, absolutely. So great start, solid start here from Tiger Pop, not having to use the burst or any resource just yet. Gunshots out of the air, went a little bit skeet shooting against the weird pink flying thing in here.
To be fair, if you're gonna be flying around, you shouldn't be using those colors. I'm not gonna lie. You're kind of, pretty visible. Exactly.
But impressive work there from Happy Chaos to be able to shoot down a bird without buckshot.
Yo, that's actually true. A singular fucking shot from Revolver. Kind of impressive. Maybe Tiger was gapping all along.
True. Oh my god.
Speaking of gap, oh my goodness.
I haven't seen air throw anti-airs in a good minute in Strive, so it's good to see them back. Was it like 2-frame startup? It's a pretty solid way to anti-air somebody.
It's still a really, I would say it's probably now after the normalization of the 6Ps. Other than some outliers, outlying buttons like Goldlewis 2P, or I can't really think about anything else. Like maybe Slayer 5P. I still think that air grab is like the best anti-air. It's if you're that cracked, it is the best anti-air.
Definitely, it's one of those things you do have to train in, and Xrd player. I think that was how it started off when Strive first came out. Xrd players just constantly air throwing people because it's second nature to them. Here we go. Great escape from the corner. Both players now trying to fish a hit, but it is going to be Setchi coming out on top. Nice aggressive burst. Saw the hit come in and says no, I like this screen position. I like where you're at. But the burst through before the Sunvoid connects. So denying that 50 meter plus the resources. Now using the gunshots with the curse, able to drive Setchi all the way into the corner. Finds that tap dust. No bullets available, but we see focus into the Deus Ex Machina, an all-time classic. And just like that, wall break and resources back on deck.
Crazy stuff. Full six bullets, full concentration, almost 50 meter, and now we're just looping the same thing over and over again. That's gotta be through the wall and not quite dead. Zato does have that burst, but I can see no reality where that is being used.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if this was the fight, this would be a different situation with the final round. You might want to use that burst effectively, but right now it's all about just trying to maybe thieve the kill away from Tiger Pop, and so far Setchi kind of making it work just here. Finds that low and indeed able to snatch it right away.
My goodness, Setchi staying cool, calm, and collected, not using any resources other than what's exactly necessary. 2D trade, and the Pierce is actually going to be hitting Tiger Pop, but Tiger Pop answering quickly with a 2S of their own. Yo!
Oh! The IP on the Drunkard Shade immediately staying right in his face, punishing range, and that's going to be the burst from Setchi, but unfortunately, Tiger Pop still staying right in his face, trying to FD him away, but nope. Gunshots keep him relatively plus, so he can reapproach consistently. Doesn't get the wall break, but still locked into the corner. Curse available, finds the next set of hits, and this time he's using the Deus Ex Machina to slam that wall.
Woo! I'm killed. Also, did you notice as soon as it locked in, Tiger actually hit the super. Nice round start.
Commentator's blessing.
Oh yeah, Commentator's blessing, yo. No, Commentator's blessing has to be unintentional. It has to be somewhere hidden within a sentence. That's how we hide it from the Strive gods or fighting game gods.
Absolutely. But there we go. Setchi now starting off the pressure. Nice. Finds the command grab, drops him back down to the corner. Pressure. Tiger Pop trying to jump out. This time we'll be using the burst. Still not able to quite escape the corner just yet. Opting for some resource. Down to his last bullet. It's going to be a very tight situation, and Setchi able to capitalize on it.
Oh, so much more coming in for Setchi. Yeah, just YRC's back to get Happy Chaos out of it. Goes for the command grab just to get Eddie back. And a really nice corner position for Setchi, very, very close with it, just 5p red RC.
Ooh, he finds the overhead, there's the prog coming out, and just like that, finds the kill. Setchi ties up the set.
1 apiece.
The Pog Frog reminds me of like, it's just the new meme was, I guess the Pog Frog has listened to that new Kendrick song where he just comes out and goes, Mustard!
Tiger!
Tiger! Oh, that was the Kendrick. I don't get the vision, bro.
Oh my god. Kendrick started something like that. I'm gonna be screaming someone's name like Kendrick every time I'm on the commentary block, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, speaking of mustard.
Whoa! Mustard Tiger!
Yeah, Tiger! Yeah, there's the mother Tiger! He comes out again. Invite hell. Great 2P mashes, knows that it's not true pressure, and great recognition, sees that the RC doesn't connect, and is able to bait out the burst on top of it.
There's a few gunshots, but it's no trouble for our hero in the set right now. Nice 2P just to get Eddie off the screen, but has no bullets, unfortunately. Resis is looking a bit dire, but no, RC just gonna get those back. 1 bullet is all it takes, because the round is in Tiger's hands.
So just fist bump him into the air, and Tiger looking to extend that advantage a little bit. It's going to be eating the first couple hits from Setchi. Setchi's sending out the Hype Frog once again. There's the advance, using it to... navigating away from the corner, finds a couple air hits. Nice conversion. Are we going to get the wall split? We are. No meter for the Aztecs Machina, but nevertheless, good conversion.
Absolutely. Yo, Zato, no fly zone, especially when they got that curse on. Unfortunately, this is going to be reloading all the bullets from Tiger, but Deus Ex Machina is just that good. Or maybe it's Tiger, just buffing Happy Chaos every single season. Ooh, just to be a bit cheeky with the side switch, but YRC is going to be putting Tiger in the corner and right back at you. This is some good pressure. Yo, listen, this is looking dangerous for both of these players. Listen, 1 second and we're just flipping the coin every single time.
Ooh, the backdash. Maybe could have thrown it, but I like the option to just be safe, right? Saw the active frames, was like, all right, let's just backdash out here. Use those invulns to just reposition slightly, and just with that, Tiger Pop able to put themselves 2-1, 1 game away from continuing their very dominant winner side run.
Absolutely. This seems like a very common sight in every single Salty. Like it's either going to be Tiger versus Setchi, or Setchi versus Zando, or Zando versus Tiger. Some form of combination, because these 3 players are absolutely insane. And I gotta commend Setchi for sticking with Zato all this time, just mastering his craft, which is really, really, really like cool to see. Even this like 4th year in.
Definitely, we are seeing better signs for Zato here compared to the season 3 stage, but wow, great challenge there from Tiger Pop to deny the Eddie some more, but still Setchi able to keep him in the corner. A lot of interaction from Tiger right now, but currently not paying off. We see the air throw, say your ass in the corner, tap dust, Hype Frog coming up, but we're going to use the burst now to try and shoot him away. Mogus. Still plus frames. Ooh, tries to backdash away, but no, still get caught out. Finds a 2S, able to swap over, and just like that, you thought you was getting the wall break? Nah,
hell no.
Ambulance is for you, bro.
I don't know what that setup is, but that JP gets called out immediately by Setchi.
Yeah, that's some gambling with the life lead you have there, so great option there from Setchi now. Sets up the Hype Frog, jumps right over, a little too excited.
Good one, good one, good one. Fog Frog a bit screaming for help instead of just being on your opponent or on your side.
Imagine you missed the target flies over. Help!
Happy! Yo, and again, just goes for the 5P. Whoa! Nah.
Ooh, 6K rare? Damn, we were seeing all kinds of cryptids this set. First we got anti-air air throw, now 6K on Zato.
Like, kind of crazy. Damn! Oh! Tiger pressure, pops a Red Bull, but still, again!
What? The air throw, it's back! It's so back!
Tiger cracked for that. Setchi, hit them with a 6K again.
Okay, gunshots, curses on deck. Tries to gold burst there, so a little flex, but alright. Good blocks.
Defense.
Survive the Elden Ring mix.
Caffeine overdose on Tiger's side. Still has the regeneration from the super. Ooh, whiffs 6B, but this with an increased recovery still doesn't manage to punish it. But Tiger almost converted fully with plus frames off of that drop. Still, other side of the screen, resources look kind of nasty on Tiger's side, but still Setchi daring to press like every single time through them all.
There's something. Okay, at this point we talked about. Last time I talked about it being like a gamble, but I feel like there's a very elaborate intentionality behind it. But
Honestly.
Now we are probably going to see the curtains come out for Setchi, and that conversion doesn't even need a super, just runs up and does the fat girl punch.
What now?
For those who know, they know.
Oh my goodness. K bonus of buttons of pain and despair. K bonus of pain and despair. Exactly. Not a fat girl punch, I guess so. A new vocabulary unlocked. I will definitely be using this in the future. But anyway, that was our last match. Unfortunately, you can find both me and my co-commentator wherever the hell you want. And of course, please do keep shilling the button check, because it doesn't matter if people aren't gonna buy you the buttons. Just hype it up.
Absolutely. So yeah, sign-ups are closed even for spectating. So it is what it is. But nevertheless, right? There is going to be all the Guilty Gears. There's going to be some CF. There's going to be some Xrd. Well, part of Guilty Gears. There's going to be some Street Fighter 6. And this random game that Ice likes to play for some reason called Tekken 8. Never heard of it. But definitely tune in for those. It's going to be... we're also on Friday, there's going to be their 2v2 mystery tournament called the God of Vidya. Starting somewhere around 5 p.m. in, I believe... I don't know if there's a time difference in Prague, but potentially keep that in mind. Other than that, the 1st through 2nd is... Oh, sorry, is it the numbers, dates?
The first is Sunday.
30th and the 30th of November and the 1st of December is where we're going to have all the main brackets. So definitely tune in for there. The commentary does not end. I will be there sharing my voice, hyping up the 2 Guilty Gears and a CF game. Absolute peak business. So do check that out. Other than that, as always, Zero Fundamentals in the Netherlands. We had our local yesterday actually, and there was some serious business that went down. We played some chess. It was peak.
Hey,
and,
yo.
Yeah, we won't have anything for the time being until the New Year's, but do stay tuned. We are planning a good 2-day event. So for all of you more, value inclined people that prefer a 2-day event over a 1-day event, keep your eyes peeled. Hop on what makes ZF so crazy, and we'd love to have you come over. And of course, there's our social. So shout outs to Mastodon again, great co-commentator, lovely doing another set with you. It's been a good hot minute, and thank you to Ice for having us on as always, and all the players for coming in, claiming these codes, and playing. And I wish the best of luck to the remaining players, and of course our co-commentators that will be taking it over. So until next time, adios.
I'm just gonna be shilling my stuff real quick because I do have. Oh, never mind.
You can do. Oh, wait, we'll
no, you're good. You're good.
Shill scream. Engage. Let's go.
It's fun. Yo, Yucker is too good at this. He's too good at the silver tongue yet again.
Damn, my bad. My fault.
Nah, you're good. Don't worry about it. It happens. We get too lost in the sauce sometimes. But anyway, you can find me at my Twitter handle at Mastodon. You can find me at the Blue Sky as well. It's just Mastodon FG. Please do follow me because I do be posting some unhinged stuff over there. But anyway, you can also find me on Champion Monthly. We're finally back after finding a time slot because we have too many tournaments in the EMEA. I'm not gonna lie to you. We have too many of them. At least one a day, and we've been fighting for our time slot. But now on Saturday, hopefully we can get it off. Stay tuned for the link, stay tuned for the Discord, and stay tuned for more crazy ass Guilty Gear. And now, Yucker, thank you very much again. I hope to be commentating real soon with you again because it's been real fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you could always take Monday, worst case. I'm not home Monday.
We'll see what happens. It's
double champion monthly. Yo, what?
Yo, that's crazy.
That is crazy. There you go. Hey, you heard it here first, chat. Go. Multiple tournaments. Sheesh. Alright, let me just find real quick the thing here.
There we go. I got it set up. I was setting up in the background so we didn't have to disturb anybody in particular. But hello everybody, how's it going? You probably recognize this voice right about now. Deck would aptly know me, call me as the Invader by now. But hello, my name is Sir Kappa, representing the moniker of Yokai once again as per usual, and showing my voice out for the people at SaltyEU who have giving me the opportunity to commentate for you lovely people to end the night at the very least.
Right. Let me just get everything set up with the commentators here. Give me one. Yeah, it's just gonna be me chat.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. I mean you gotta get the Mr. TO in the midst of it. You know, you've got so many people wanting to commentate, but then the day you don't have commentators, you gotta step into the sticks.
Well, maybe you love to see it, maybe you hate to see it. Who knows?
It depends on the perspective of like, do you want to do all that work? I mean, EU is definitely a scene of do-it-yourself kind of. It's a do-it-yourself kind of crowd. So I definitely understand. Like some people are in for it. Some people are just like, please, somebody help me.
I think, unironically, I might be one of the most experienced commentators that didn't mean to commentate. I have unironically commentated more than at least 500 events. At least. It's more like probably around like 800.
Born to TO, forced to commentate. You love to see it. We're truly on silly Billy activities right now because it's starting to get really late over in the EU side of things, if I'm not mistaken. You guys are reaching somewhere near like midnight for some of you.
Oh, no, not at all. It's a 9. If you're in the Central European time zone, which is Central Europe, so most players are in there usually. It's 9. If you're from the UK, like Tiger, Setchi, it's 8. It's not too bad.
Thank you.
Too bad.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, because the Central is like 9 hours ahead. You're right. Yeah, I'm still getting acclimatized to some of the European times. Like considering that, you know, I've only come around to doing more European tournaments like the last couple of months, like the last few months, and I haven't been commentating for a little while, like for the last month or so, because I have been having like personal issues and other personal things coming up. But in particular, I have made time to be able to commentate today. So, and who better than to have Mr. TO themselves show up and
I'm just
show
gonna
their face out.
say, American doesn't know specifically all EU time zones. NA education, man. Can't. What's going on?
No, it's not that I don't know. I have friends who are in EU. That's the thing. But it's just that I'm not acclimatized to it all the time. But you got to remember, I woke up like way earlier than I should have because I didn't know we were going to commentate today. I forgot I signed up for it.
The classic. Actually, the classic.
Mm-hmm. But we are going to move past into it. We were talking a lot about that earlier in the back.
Is this the Zando Chipp? It is, dude. He's back on the OG main, so if you don't know the lore, he actually started out ggst Rev as a Chipp player. Moved on to RAM, and then moved on to the Asuka.
Yeah, you would imagine for Zando right here, this is kind of dreadful to look at. We're really at a point where this man is going through such a horrendous crisis with characters, and considering he's looking at Zato-VaN playing their former character, as you would like to call it, you would imagine this is just depression for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think Zando is a player. Obviously, he really liked Asuka, right? But he as a player is someone who's never been shy to just pick the top tiers.
For sure.
So I think in this case, right, he's saying, well, I know that Zato-1's gonna probably pull out the Asuka, maybe the Zato, but you know, I feel like this Chipp might be good in the matchup.
Oh yeah, in particular, the biggest strength I think Chipp is going to have in particular against Zato-VaN is Zato-VaN. It's going to really test the mettle of Zato-VaN and how they're able to lock down someone who is as movement heavy as Chipp. And Zando, despite already being on the back foot in the early stages of the second round, has already got first blood in the first round and forcing Zato-VaN to have to readjust themselves in order to keep that momentum down.
Getting hit by that overhead. It's kind of funny, a lot of the origin stories of the strongest European players usually resolve around being a Chipp player at first. PataChu started out as a Chipp player as well, actually.
Oh, nice tightrope. We're going to get the little circus sack. We're getting a little circus Olay here in top 8, winner's side. Or no, loser's side. My mistake. I'm not looking at the other monitor. But so far, quite a stable amount of damage with no mana on the stage. Zato-VaN kind of looking a little bit worse for wear, but is defending pretty well against the onslaught Zando has presented thus far.
Absolutely. Sending out those cubes, so there we go. Wall is sold. Another one.
Ooh, recognizing the JD is still delayable. He could backdash that, and that is the knowledge that you have with Zando. Zando playing this character for so long, making it super far in EVO as well, getting top 6 in what was seemingly one of the craziest EVOs of all time this year would get this for this game.
Yeah.
But unfortunately losing out the first game to Zato-VaN, who's looking kind of confident against Zando's pick.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a bait burst right at the end there, and very, very nice patient there from Zato-VaN. But yeah, I feel like kind of EVO, right? It's always kind of stacked for Strive nowadays. Well, has been for a while.
Yeah, the level of play. I think the level of play has just improved overall. So many players improving, and it really showed this year as like none of the regulars that you saw or you see for this game for the last 3 years have ever actually made it to top 6 this year at EVO, aside from possibly Zando, who was the only recognizable name that has like really been out here really placing regularly. This year we had so many newcomers, fresh blood, who really showed up and showed out.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, that's what I kind of like about Strive, right? It's one of those games where it's very easy to get into. You know, I come from Tekken, and let's be real, it's just Nia and Ash all over again. You know, since forever. It's like the same faces since Tekken 5. It's just that kind of game, right? So it's always nice seeing a game, right? We got a lot of new contenders, a lot of people starting here, getting very strong. Ooh, the overhead though. All right.
Zando, despite the fact that it has been quite some time, it looks like Zando is starting to pick up where they left off with this character. And considering the new toys that Chipp has to play with, it's going to be a really fun time to really see what Chipp players can really expand upon with the tightrope. And so far, it's doing some work against Zato-VaN. Zato-VaN having a difficult time of trying to open up and lock them down in this second game.
Yeah, Chipp is an interesting character for sure because he was always good, right? But there was certain patches where it just felt kind of bad playing him in a lot of matchups.
It felt questionable, to put it lightly.
Yeah, but he was never bad, you know? I mean, he was like mid-tier at most, around like maybe upper mid-tier even. But enough about that, we're getting that staff out of there. The super though connecting, oh no.
You know what, that is, sometimes you just have to gamble, and Zando is playing a character who is all about reckless abandon, and at the moment is just cashing out into everything to just open them up, and they get rewarded thusly. Now it's Zando who evens the scoreboards, and Zato-VaN, you would imagine, probably a little shaken up by the fact that, you know, a top player aside, right? It's the fact that you represent someone who knows a lot of your characters' options. If anything, was one of the best to do it with the character. The
Probably
fact that they would even go for
right?
such a cheap,
Probably
and just
in the world.
Outright just canceling any other options, just cashing it out into that Zansen Rogo, which is so much better now because of the damage output it provides.
Go. Gonna get hit by the cube. Oh no! Drops a combo. That is very unfortunate there for Zato-1, and he's gonna pay the price here.
Oh, mana break, mana down. You know the white mage is bleeding heavily. The Shadow Wizard Money Gang is probably gonna have to revoke their license for this in particular, Asuka. But thus far has been defending relatively well to be able to at least get that mana gauge back.
Unfortunate. Right after we legalized nuclear bombs, Asuka is revoked. Axis and the tap 5D. Gonna make it first round here for Zando.
Yeah, the statement goes. As such. I mean, Chipp Xanaf as a whole is such a fly. It's very hard to swat away, and the fact that Zato-VaN is trying everything in their power to keep them locked down, it really shows the kind of elusive nature that you're working with a character like Chipp Xanaf. All right, Tightrope is a major threat this patch, as we don't know exactly the potency of that move just yet outside of what the damage provides, but we already know. Speaking of damage, look at that with no mana. You go from being the tankiest to being the absolute most fragile being in existence.
Absolutely. Zando gonna go up 2-1. Again, game 1 a little bit shaky, game 2 looked pretty good, and game 3 was all Zando here. So, yeah. We need to see maybe a little change come out here from Zato-VaN, because it seems like Zando has adapted right now to this matchup.
Yeah, that's the kind of level of play you're working with. This is the kind of player that like really has shown just these micro adjustments. I've had friends talk about this with me as well. One of the beautiful things that like you really get to see with top level play is just how well these micro adjustments ultimately benefit players and why it's so important at the top level to be able to just maintain yourself and make these adjustments on the fly whenever possible.
Absolutely. And you do have that little extra time, right? Every game being first to 3. I know the game's fast, but it still gives you, a little bit more time. Maybe it's, fine losing that first game doesn't really do that much.
Yeah.
Oh, what 6B though.
One player in particular who was wrecking the scene with Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I don't know if you ever heard of a name by I Heart Justice. He talks about like sometimes losing the first game isn't actually the most detrimental thing in the world. It actually opens up, like, it's kind of an eye-opener and it's kind of a wake-up call. Just like, all right, I got the first loss out of the way. This is what it feels like. I already know what to do now. I've kind of got an idea. It's just working our way up. And that's looking like what it is for Zando at the moment. Zando, that first loss wasn't too much of a detriment, actually woke them up, and getting more games actually gives them more opportunities to experiment with the character.
Yeah, and there we go, the rope just mixing Zato-1 up here, but wait a second, able to re-establish the pressure here, sending out all the QBs in the world.
QB, one would even call them QBs, but this is not considering this is VTuber activity, I just had to show it out for one time for the one dog girl. Oh, nice mash on the clone there.
Just the pressure coming in here. Zato-1 stuck in the corner. What can you do to get out? PRC, very nice. Never mind.
Yeah, that guard crush put them. Yeah, that guard crush put him in the corner, but Zando still had his aerial actions available. That mana break is not looking too good, but they survived by just a fraction of health. And luckily for them, Zato-VaN still has a sliver, but that doesn't mean that Zando cannot cross the distance. That's the potency that Chipp Zanav has. The neutral game is always kind of skewed whenever you consider how fast he just crosses the screen. He's just like Barry Allen. He just crosses across the screen like a flash.
Absolutely. You can't take it back, Chrome Dollar. You are now officially known as the Stan guy in chat. Unfortunate.
Wait. Oh, is Rush now just the I Heart Justice stand now? Oh man, oh man, you love to see it. And please, someone play Alexa. Play "Stand" by Eminem, please. The tea is gone cold. I'm wondering why. Oh, this is great. I love Guilty Gear, man. Guilty Gear is a game of all time for sure. But if there's one thing that I want to elaborate on, yeah, Chipp Zanav quite literally has been a character for the inception of this game. And I remember the days, some people don't remember these days or they weren't around for the time. I remember the days of Season 1 Chipp J2K, the character.
Yep. J2K, my beloved, was great.
J2K was so stupid that Arc System quite literally said, we're nerfing the move due to the absolute potency that move provides, not only in net play, but also offline, because literally nothing could contest it. It was so fast.
I would say I do miss my older Axel JS, Season 1 JS, just hitting anywhere on the screen.
Oh yeah,
only button
that
you
JS.
ever needed while jumping. It was so great.
JS was so screwed up. It was a traveling disjoint that hit low to the ground. I genuinely thought it was an aerial low on launch.
Good. Great.
It was actually disgusting. I think to the people who are actually at home who are like thinking, oh man, Season 1 that must have been great. Like Season 3 sucked. No, don't let their history revisionists tell you otherwise. Season 1 sucked. Season 1 was trash.
Season 1 was okay. The worst season. I'm so sorry, Setchi and everyone else. If you're a Zato player, close your ears. But I think it was Season 2.5-ish, 3, where Zato was way too strong. That was like the awful.
I actually kind of liked that season. I actually liked that season because that was when Nago was at his healthiest for me. Like I personally really loved Nago at that patch because that's when that's where he started getting power crept and he actually got nerfed in substantial ways that actually made him much healthier to fight. Plus, he didn't have the high-low and the guard crush to boot.
Yeah. Honestly, I just didn't like as a commentator when Zato was too strong. Because we had to watched
was overwhelming,
the like mix-ups in the corner for 30 seconds straight. I'm like, man.
Yeah, the 3-second Eddie timer was what got me. But you know, we're on a whole different war path at the moment. We've got Resil back on the Bedman, and we're gonna have Neos, who gets the BRC overhead. What an absolute madman! Despite the fact that Revill was still aerial born.
Also, thank you very much, Wounded Frankie, my goat, for that raid. Appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you got some new mods installed, everything like that.
Yeah, every time I pull up to Wanted Frankie's stream, he's always on some BS. Just recently, I did see that at like that one Toho song. I forget what the song's called, but something Apple, like Bad Apple, I think. Oh, it was literally over Potemkin too.
Honestly, Setchi, I love Sonus. I loved, even though it was so degen, I actually loved commentating pre-nerf Happy Chaos when he was just gunning people down.
I personally am not a fan, but that's everyone's preference. That's just personal bias. But Neos, Jesus Christ, is already putting Resil in such a bad way. Gonna go with the install. It's time to morb on them. Let's get ready to rumble.
Here we go, Mr. President. Look out! Ooh.
Mr. President, get down.
Right, Guy's protected. Neos is gonna be the one taking that first game, and again, just like last week, this time it's only 2 French people to bait, but you know, French players showing up, definitely very nice.
Yeah, I do love seeing some of the players coming out from the French side of things, from the French Guilty Gear Strive community. I've seen a few already. Neos is one of them. PataChu is another, but I have seen quite a few others in Yokai's Howling Hostility series. And from what I could see, France is no region to like disassociate or disregard. They've got some real killers in there, but that's not to say all of EU and EMEA don't have some relatively strong competitors in their own right.
Yeah, I think there's a very strong like top level around Europe, but especially like that upper mid level. There's a ton of players. Right?
Yeah,
I feel like it's always going to be that way. That usually the floor is a bit lower in the US, right? Because you have more players. So like getting out of pools in Europe usually a little bit more difficult. But then once we get to top level, it kind of evens out.
Yeah, and overall, that you can see this too with Neos and Resil, right? Like it feels like the upper mid level is like way more dense by comparison, purely because a lot of the top players or a lot of the strongest players are coming from the EU side of things. We do have a dense pool of top players in NA, but just overall, the mid-level gameplay in EU is so much more paramount and so much more potent. As you can see, Neos using quite a lot of that parry, even from so high up. Just the call-out is insane work from their part.
We've got the Super gonna break the wall. We're gonna take a trip downstairs, jumping in. YRC saying, get off me here. I don't want any more of that pressure.
Yeah, I mean, nice air stall, but took a little bit too long. Neos was able to get that close slash from so high up. Got hit by the tap dust, but luckily for them, no confirm. But they're just going to go straight into the gorilla bongo beating as we're going to go straight into round number 3.
Setting out the projectile. Resil, though, able to get in here.
Nice clash cancel. That was really great stuff from both players, but it was Resil who came out on top. Wall break, already getting some stable damage. Burst is on the side of Resil. Get some good meter. Gonna bait the burst. Yes, they are. Get that damage while they can. Baits the burst again. Resil is a mad lad.
I think another interesting thing is how the meta is quite different between the regions, right? We do have Neos here playing a Leo, but Leo, very, very strong character. One of the strongest in the game, but we barely have any Leo players in Europe. Meanwhile, in the US, it's just like, oops, all Leo, right? So
actually, funny enough, I disagree. I think the fact is like Leo is super underrepresented, I feel like, in every other region. Like, I feel like Leo, he's super strong. Don't get it twisted. He's always been strong. But you rarely ever see Leos in comparison to, like, other characters, I'd say.
Valid. I think in the past, though.
No, even just like in recent years, like Leo has not been like the most represented character. And like his popularity just dies down, and it might just be duly in part by the fact that, one, he's a stance charge character.
They're gonna remove the charge. Just wait.
I truly will hate life if they do that. I hope to God they neuter his flash kick if they do. Oh,
yeah.
I had to watch a movie before going for that whiff punish. You could just feel the chime of Icarus in the background. Oh, nice! Using that JH to be able to break through the guard point was really good on their part. Neos had no way to secure themselves out of the position. They were just locked away.
Oh, nice little parry.
Yeah, trying to just thugging it out, just using guard point to get through that entire onslaught, but get caught out by the ever-reaching 2D, the ethereal 2D of the gods.
Yeah, we are about to have another Bedman round if Neos can't get out of this pressure. Just stuck in the corner, and that is gonna do it 2-1.
Resil came out of the woodwork so dominant in this game 3, and you would imagine that's kind of a tide turner at the moment. Neo's kind of having a very difficult time of being able to deal with the aerial presence of Resil, and Resil's just been super potent at making sure that things just work out in their favor.
Yeah. All right, chat. After this match, I'm gonna pull up the Dizzy theme, and we're gonna see if there's moaning. Okay. We're gonna no use arguing now. We'll test on stream.
Wait, hold the hell up. What is going on? Wait, are people thinking like Dizzy's theme has moaning in it? What?
Clearly. Also, my PC explodes whenever I open Spotify. That's fun.
That's always fun, and it's always great for commentary as well.
Holy shit!
Oh, it's chugging. I'm watching the game speed up in times 15 speed. There we go. We're back to normal. Okay. Like, we had to go through the woodworks on that one for a moment. Welcome back, chat. We came back from the past.
There we go. Okay, just trying to use that. Ooh, FD, but no,
nice
go
clash
back
cancel.
in the corner.
Back to the corner you go, young man. It's time for you to eat your Weetabix. Oh man, what a lovely day! It is a lovely day to beat ass in the White House. Wait, I just realized, is that the statue? Like, is this after the fact, after the White House got taken over from Happy Chaos? Because I remember Abraham Lincoln was tossed by some bad guy in the story.
I did never watch the story, so I have no idea.
It's a great story. But speaking of great stories, Neos might actually be making the comeback. Bonks them on their noggin, takes that game or that round off with a perfect. What a statement round.
Yeah, but still, it is set point here for Resil. Neos gotta take this. Oh, there we go, flash kick.
5H, you are an absolute nut. You went for it in a situation like that. You gotta just respect the determination from Resil's side to just do whatever is necessary in order to take the win. But it's Neos who's still putting on the brakes on anything that's going down.
Yeah, gonna get the back throw. Oh, gonna jump back there. Not gonna get much off of it. Oh, what a hit.
What an absolute nightmare to have to deal with. Resil is such a very resilient Bedman player, and it shows. Like being in a tough situation of being a loser's side, it definitely shows. There's a lot of grit and determination that goes into playing a character with the limitations that this character has. But Resil just does so seamlessly and flawlessly, putting up good numbers against a character who has universally always been seen as like one of the strongest contenders for this game's life cycle.
Absolutely. All right, chat. I'm going to mute the game. I'm going to turn up the volume a bit. We're going to listen to Radiant Dawn for 4 seconds, see if there's a moan. There's no moan there. Isn't it Radiant Dawn? Wasn't that what you were listening to? I don't hear no moan in my right ear. You guys are lying. Right speaker? I have a headset.
I'm listening too. I don't hear.
Dude.
Where? You got to timestamp it. Sorry, you guys have to timestamp that because there's no reason.
Nothing.
Yeah, you've got to timestamp that. Also, you know what? I think if we're gonna go there, we're gonna be silly little guys today. I think it'd be really fair to. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Are you sure it's not just a guitar saying like?
Are you sure it's not the guitar that they're making whine like that? You know, like, I mean, like shit.
I
Like
didn't
you
hear
guys
shit,
are.
man.
I don't hear a
But
damn
I'm
thing.
I'm old, you know, so it's fine. Maybe you know,
Yeah.
it's high pitch. I can't hear it. So
Unk. Oh man. It feels bad. I wake up in the morning. I do the stretch. You know the little leg shake. Like you ever like stretch your whole body out to the fact that your leg literally goes like fidgets like a madman.
yeah, you shouldn't. When you're old, you shouldn't stretch that much, like, that hard. You know, break your bones. Will.
Oh really? That's an interesting thing to know. I did not know that.
Just you know.
That's not a moan. That's not a moan.
Yeah, late 20s. You know,
That's just
almost over.
singing. That's just singing. That's just part of the singing. It's not even a moan. You guys are going nuts over what? It's not moaning.
Yo, Chrome, you gotta do the hard detective work. There we go. Going nuts. Yo, did you moan in the radio?
Nah, anytime I start singing, them motherfuckers be like, "Hey, yo, bro, what you doing?" I'm moaning.
Ow. I didn't hear anything like that. And if there was anything, it would be so.
I did not hear anything. I personally didn't hear a damn thing. I don't know what you're talking about. I personally don't.
Am I actually gonna pull it up on my freaking phone?
Please don't.
And play it out my speaker to myself.
There's no way you're gonna do that. I'm crying, dude. I'm out of here, bro.
Dude, I'm
can't.
There's no way I'm deaf, right? There's no way. You can check
that
the lyrics
shit did
as well.
not sound like a moan. Thank you. I heard something like, you know what that is? That's the sound of music. Have you heard of it before? I think how to say you don't listen to music often without saying you don't listen to music often.
Bro, no moan came out of my phone either. Okay.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not a moan. Like I think people are
moan, dude.
A male moan.
You guys are actually on drugs.
I think they just did that just for the fun of it. I think they knew that it didn't have it. They just wanted to see if you would actually like do it on stream. Ife is just dead ass. Timestamp it right now. I'll listen to it.
It's very important. I mean, we are just so don't worry. We're not rushing. Like we're not waiting on anything. So we got some connection issues. So I'm just running the.
Oh, so we're just passing the time while we wait. That's
don't
fine.
worry about chat. It's not like.
Literally click 4 seconds and roll it till 5 ends. You're joking. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. You guys are really making a whole like a deal about this, and it's just insane. I'm gonna play this so loud that it hurt my ears. Let me play it. I'm subjecting myself to mid. Give me a second. Oh, you're stupid, chat. You're dumb. It's a guitar. It's a guitar. Yeah, it's a low tune. It's a low no, but it's a guitar string. That should not be there. As a man who has played guitar quite a bit, sometimes sometimes metal guitar players, what they'll do is they'll do this little thing where when they're about to rev up into something, they'll slide their finger across a string, or they'll pluck, they'll like strum a string a certain way. Maybe they'll do like this little thing where they grab their pick and they scratch the string a little bit like upwards, so it has like that little sound. It's weird, but it's there. I mean, I don't want to listen to Radiant Dawn anyway. It's a very I would say underwhelming song, but anyways. We're gonna move on into Zando versus Setchi. Once again, we're watching the run back. Oh, is it? Well, no, you mentioned no. My bad. It's not a run back. It's not a run back. I just remember what one of the commentators said. I think it was Yuckers, or who said that, or Zucker, I don't remember, but they mentioned that this is a matchup that they see often every time that this SaltyEU tournament happens.
Yeah, quite often you'll Mark Zuckerberg. We take that. That's actually kind of funny.
Mark Zuckerberg is crazy work.
Alright, we're gonna pull up out to the wall here, but what a nice just neutral jump there from Zando.
Setchi not wanting to play this game with Zando, chooses to just try and play the ground game as effectively as possible, trying to play around these options, but Zando is not one to be overlooked or denied. He is going to enter the space, and he's going to do so with very limited discretion.
Why are seeing here spending the last of his meter? What a DP. Alright, FDing here. Both players with burst, but does not matter.
Setchi is kind of like, for the most part, right? Like the first round being sent to Zando, it's not bad, right? Zando getting the early interactions every now and again is putting Setchi in a bad way, but Setchi has been contesting relatively well. It's just trying to find the openings necessary that's been a difficult endeavor for them, as Zando is going to use the Bonka Masai to put them through the wall and really put some damage on the board against a character who's as squishy as Zato is.
And yeah, Zando just kind of running Setchi over right now. Setchi, you know, maybe a little bit rusty in the matchup. We did for a while not have that many good chip players in the region. We did have some good chip players, but not at, you know, the highest level.
Yeah, like here in NA, I feel like all the chip players who play at the top level or play at the highest level for this game possible, like some chip players in NA are coming out of the woodworks. We have Marvello, who is like the resident chip player who's been doing absolute numbers. We have Bean, like you've got, and then you have Shin Kenso coming back to get to your Strive, playing this character once again, really showing that this character's got some new toys that really are interesting for the players to play with now. Just stagger pressuring with those K normals, and you know those K normals are going to get you a lot of mileage with a character like Chipp. Really putting Setchi on the back foot. A little bit of risk is going to be problematic, but Zando probably not able to get the wall cling in time.
Move, you know, Setchi back into the corner, but there we go. This could be start something. No, never mind. I got a DP. I don't care.
Yeah, Setchi, despite the fact that the 6P's nerf was kind of all over the board for a lot of characters, Setchi's 6P is still one of the most potent 6Ps in the game, considering the fact that it is still relatively big for its own size, and the recovery is actually disgusting to think about.
Absolutely. Ooh. Yeah, that's a button that was always kind of good, right? And here we go, Setchi with the pressure. This time, neutral jump not working out, or the DP not working out. And Setchi taking the first round here.
Yeah, Setchi, that was a great round. That was a nice sequence right there. Just playing around a lot of the options, occupying that space to make it so that Zando could not play any grounded or aerial presence in that corner, and really just put the brakes onto Zando's game plan. Oh, try to go for the damn Fang, try to reset, try to get that Eddie gauge back, but luckily for them, they were able to get it back nonetheless.
That Eddie out there, big counter hit, and that is Setchi tying up the set, 1-1.
Yeah, one of the biggest apologizers for this character still to this day, Setchi putting on a show for us with the Zato. And in spite of the fact that Zato has received very minimal changes, it seems like the player base is still putting up a lot of effort into making sure that this character still has the opportunity to thrive alongside the other characters. Yeah. But that's mostly due in part by the players just being such very devoted specialists to the character.
Alright, just putting out that tightrope immediately around start, saying, you know, I got places to be, and that place is downstairs.
Yeah, moving into another section of the stage after that wall break, using that JD to try and play around in the air, making Zando really think twice about where to press buttons. But luckily for Zando, their awareness is at 100, and it doesn't matter because that first round goes to them. Try to use that round start 5H, try to catch them slipping and get that early counter hit. That oppose, really, really potent. is able to get something going for them as they're going to recover all that Eddie gauge and push themselves in the advance to push them towards the corner. Oh, this is looking like a dominant round for Setchi here.
Yep, gonna get that hard knockdown. All right, let's go gambling. Oh, guesses correctly, right. Not bad. YRC here.
Yeah, but that is a dead Eddie. But luckily for them, that early dominance was a big factor as Zando was not able to come back from that round. Nice deflect shield, but still caught up in the Eddie sandwich. You know for a fact that this is painful. With all that damage on board, you got to make something happen quick, lest your run end right here and now.
I think that Afro again, a little bit rare occurrence, but I feel like we've seen them a lot today. And Setchi suddenly finds himself up 2-1 here over Zando.
I mean, we talked about like losses and micro adjustments earlier when we were doing this top 8, but damn, Setchi just really made some changes that really ultimately changed up the landscape of what Zando has to do. Zando really is having a tough time of it. Setchi just feels a lot more confident, and it feels like Zando's being a little bit more hesitant to represent options now.
I mean, it's hard to say. Again, the 6P right really got that timing down to a science here, Setchi. And we are gonna put Zando back into the corner. Yes, been pretty good at getting out of the mix, honestly, but ooh.
It's actually insane to think about, like, because one of the most difficult things that a lot of players have been having is just cutting down the pathways that Zando has. But it looks like Setchi is doing this almost effortlessly as they're gonna get that first round on the board and is en route to move on to the next round, pushing Zando out of the bracket, who is a titan of a player to be eliminating. Using up that pose, trying to decentivize any of the approach by Zando's part, but Zando still tries their luck anyway.
Tightrope still hanging around for quite a while here. Ooh.
Yeah, Cirque Soleil would definitely like to see what Chipp has to offer. That was a great counter hit on the part of Zando. There's going to be a lot of damage, but no meter to spend in order to get that wall break into Super Oki. But that damage has already been done. Zando's looking really healthy with a good amount of resources with that positive bonus intel, and spends the YRC to keep that momentum going in their path.
Yeah, and that's going to tie it all up. But God, remember, Setchi's still on set point here. 1 round away here from going into our loser semifinals. But I bet Zando has something to say about that. There we go, the 2K2D. Immediate burst from Setchi and burst right back.
Yeah, the benefit that Zando has for sure is the fact that any counter hit could genuinely lead to a big change. Even though Chipp Zanuf is not a high damage character, is the fact that we're playing against a character with a low health pool like Setchi's character. But it's Setchi who's going to push them to the other side of the wall. This might be enough to get them to get to the other interactions that'll get to the kill. But Zando's got a good amount of resources to burn through.
Absolutely, there we go. The pressure is mounting. Ooh. That back jump YRC.
Nice, escaping from them at a pivotal time in the set, using a post to try and disincentivize any of the approach, and Zando just got caught out, but luckily survived the interaction.
Yeah, 1 hit away here from moving into the loser semifinals, but Zando somewhat still alive.
Nice defense, able to get the meter in time to try to go for the strike throw, but luckily able to get the air throw, keep that situation alive for them. Zando able to get the wall break from here, but not enough damage. This is 1 hit piece for both of them here.
Oh! The whiff punish on that. Very, very nice.
Yeah, recognizing the hurt box displacement as well, just having to hit him from so far away. That was a send it all kind of move. Any of these players could have gone through on that, but Zando gives themselves yet another chance, another lease on life. This is game 5, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go, Ice. This is always a thrill ride in the end of itself, but we are getting a game 5 between both players who have been putting on a show, putting on a clinic, using that Pog Frog to be able to get them all the way up there in the sky. But it's Zando who fights back with the DP, pushing them back into the mid screen where genuinely Zando wants to play.
Absolutely. Oop, the counter hit. There we go. able to get out of the pressure here, summoning Eddie.
That was great on Setchi's part. Scouting out the fact that Zando was trying to go for a whiff punish there, throwing up a pose just the last second, but it's Zando who hits him with a very unseeable mix. I'm sorry, I did not witness what just happened. I just saw 2K last second.
Yeah. There we go. Bro, connecting Setchi in a lot of trouble now.
Nice air throw. We've been seeing quite a lot of these in the tournament so far. Just a lot of aerial throws. And nice back throw. The back throw incident is a real thing. Uses that deflect shield to be able to escape the corner in time, but now the Pog Frog is going to keep you down in the dumps.
No way. Oh,
oh my God.
Dive to get the punish and just pulls out another DP.
I'm speechless. What is Zando on? Zando is on cloud 9. They must be feeling that fuzzy feeling in the back of their head because this is locked in Central. It's actually insane. We're witnessing quite a lot of risky plays on the side of Zando, but Zando is representing these in gambles really well.
Yeah, absolutely. This round though looking a lot better here for Setchi, opting to spend the burst early, which makes sense. You're going to get that burst meter back relatively fast.
Trying to use that drill to be able to occupy space. Warning is now on the stage being displayed. Setchi's got to be really careful because any mistake could lead to death here. Zando's looking really good with Wild Assault. Gonna hit some damage on the board with the tightrope, and now positive bonuses in play. Burst is a long way to go, and Zando's looking really healthy.
That's it. That's it.
Over. It's over. Yep. The crash out express, we hate to see it, but that's just the unfortunate nature of that things happen. Overall, Zando moving on to the next round. Setchi, unfortunately, despite showing such a strong effort, had the win at the palm of their hand, but you know, stuff like this happens. You got to account for it at the long run. Not every day is your day, but for what it's worth, they did a fantastic job putting one of the titans of this game in such a bad way, putting a lot of pressure on them. But it's Zando who moves on, and the rest of the bracket probably sweating a little bit more as it gets further and further along.
Absolutely. And now we're gonna go to the most confusing match of tonight. It's gonna be Revill against Resil.
Revill and Resil, Jesus. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say
Revill's gonna confuse me. Yeah, Revill's like I mean, I personally, it's funny too because, right, I've never played against top level Sins, I would say. I haven't played against like the best Sin players in the world. I can't really say this like wholeheartedly and confidently against these players in particular. But from what I have played against, right, from the people I have played against, I truly am on the boat that the people mentioning that Sin was like ever like the best or top 5, in my opinion, I feel like they're super bloated opinions, and I feel like the character was never ever that strong. But that's just because I put it down to the one, it's just I've played against characters who have objectively more disgusting mix. Characters who do like, I just feel like characters have more effective neutral and better damage output. It's just, for me, I feel like Sin has always been a character who was always explosive, but never really like the best at what he does. It feels like he's really good at things, but he's not the best at it.
I think that's a bit of a hot take, but let's not get into that though. We got Resil.
It definitely feels like a hot take. Like some people think it's a hot take, but I'm devoted to that hot take if it makes anything worthwhile. But it's Resil who's gonna get things going, who puts Revill already in a bad way into the most reactable mix-up you've ever seen in your life.
Absolutely. Burst has been spent, pushing Resil right back into the corner. Overhead connecting, yes sir, but there we go.
Yeah, Resil definitely has to do a lot of recognition in order to maintain themselves. If you didn't see that no resources are being burned through, they've got to mash immediately. They've got to just push forward. Almost got the kill off the hand of Doom right there, or the hand of God as I like to call it. Goes for the strike throw off of the Gazelle step, and now it's going to hit him, catch him with the backdash on that hoof stomp, and going to go straight for the kill.
Absolutely. First round Revill here.
In particular, I think one of the biggest strengths that Sin has right now, especially with that Hawk Baker still being intact to an extent despite the DPRC changes, it's the fact that that character has just much better conversion ability this patch in comparison to other patches.
Absolutely. Another overhead connecting. We're gonna take a trip downstairs again. Not a hard knockdown here, so right back to neutral. We go immediately though, counter hitting.
Ooh, that was a poor choice of a deflect. Shield was really worried about getting stagger pressured here, but it's going to be Revill who pushes on and is going to revel in their victory as that first game goes in their path. And now it's going to be Resil who's going to be really considering themselves and reconvening with their own game plan, because it looks like they're getting hit a lot by this consistent overhead game plan we're seeing from the side of Revill.
Really. It's to but that sometimes just do be like that, right? You just you have to guess sometimes on defense. You guess wrong, or maybe you don't have to put too much into that. Just recognize that, all right, maybe I gotta adapt to the options a little bit. Ooh.
Yeah, whenever I look at this kid, like the reason why I feel like some of his mix just isn't that crazy is because I played against other like sim players, and I ultimately have a better feel of the matchup. But it's also because one of the biggest tells that I can easily tell is, like, one, you're always going to crouch block against Sin, which Resil's doing really well. But it's just the fact that they're not paying attention to the pivot foot, which is a huge tell. If you don't see the foot, overhead. If you see their face, it's a low.
There we go, another overhead. YRC to get out of
Catches
there.
him with catches him with the JH, nothing but the JS vacuum. The absolute god button that is. That button has seemingly opened up so many doors for this character.
Again.
Trying to play in disguise.
Oh, just immediate burst. Oh, the PRC.
Oh, he baits the Hawkbaker too. That was a very difficult situation to play around, but Resil somehow managed to make it work out in the end, knowing the fact that the aerial presence is going to be a dangerous place to play around. Revill trying to play air keyscape, but this is not the game to be doing this. Resil has the character to play the aerial space as effectively as possible.
The wall here again, but not a hard knockdown. This time it is Resil winning that post knockdown situation, and look at that damage. Oh my days.
Ooh, that JD almost got sat on, but it's Revill who is able to push through, and that tumble off that beat driver is so potent, able to get that confirmed despite the fact that the changes make it so weird. That's a death character once again.
So
Revill's looking pretty strong right now at the moment.
In defense here from Resil, but not quite able to get it going here. I do respect though this costume right from Sin, carrying around the French flag, kind of cool. Oh, gonna break the wall.
This is looking really nip and tuck for both these players, but it's Revill who's going very, very good for them, going blow for blow, just putting a lot of pressure on Resil, catching the backdash with the 6K, and is able to take game 2 on the bounce. It's looking like it's more Revill than we are seeing of Resil.
Yeah, I mean, again, I feel like at game 1 that was kind of one-sided, right? Game 2 was a lot closer. So now it's kind of interesting, right? How is Resil going to respond here? Being down 0-2, it's not the end of the world. We have seen many times, right, someone come back, but it's not easy winning 3 in a row.
Yeah, especially with a character as potent as Sin too. Like, you would imagine the moment he hits you, this is like it's almost like a red flag. The biggest problem I feel like Resil's just been having is the fact that they're getting caught out so much and not scouting in advance the overheads that Revill has already represented, and they've represented them often. So it's kind of, I guess, paranoia on the side of Resil here.
A little bit.
Ooh, nice catch, but no confirmed. Again, I like the proactive gameplay that we're seeing for Resil, but it's not leading to much at the moment as they just constantly walk away or run away from possible whip punishes that could give them the victory.
Break the wall, a lot of damage here. Hard knockdown. Let's go gambling. Oh, dang it.
The worst part about that too is they hit the JS at the apex of the height, so that could have been punished. Nice decides to mash it out. is gonna wait a little bit, decides to just go for the close slash just in case there was a burst bait, but noticing that Revill is just gonna hold on to it, decides to go for the kill anyway. And very good on both players too. Revill just holding on to that very important lifeline, and Resil deciding that it's just not worth trying to go for that risky option and losing the game off it.
Gonna get that big counter hit going, but you know, it's Resil opting to go for that early burst. Too smart, got 2 rounds to play around with. Hard knockdown though, yet again. It is Revill just running Resil down right now.
A nice use of the YRC, trying to escape the corner, using that fake out, trying to get that recovery out of the way. Catches them with the JS, and now it's game time for Resil here. My mistake. Catches them with the JD, and that is looking much healthier than in comparison to last round.
Charles, alright, just needs 1 hit right and finds.
There we go. That's the kind of stuff that Resil needs, just to dominate the neutral. You don't have to play in their ranges if you don't need to. That's the one big weakness I feel like that hasn't been exploited just yet, which they're probably experimenting with at the moment. But Revill, despite the potency of the options that are available to them, the one major flaw that Resil has not exploited yet is the fact that there's a certain zone in which all their options work, and there's an area of effect that they physically cannot contest if you can play that well. And it seems like Resil is starting to realize that.
Yep. See if now Revill, obviously the one right who has to adjust a little bit, be able to do that, or if we're gonna go through that game 5.
NSxC caught him so far in the sky, trying to backdash once again, but it's just not working out for them. A lot of these options have been huge gambles that have just not been working on the side of Resil, and it's Revill who has just been putting up so much numbers, so much damage on the board. Yeah, cheeky little strike though situation, gonna hit him with the fadeaway IAD back JH and clean up house. And gets the perfect 2. Revill is on a roll, and you cannot blame them either. That confirmed all the way. That's actually just despicable.
Absolutely. A little bit rough here for Resil. Needs to find a way to come back.
I mean, they're doing everything that is necessary. The only thing I would mention right now is just they're having a difficult time of it on this high-low game. Almost every single high-low has worked against them. And I would imagine that's probably just tournament nerves kicking in. You're so deep into the bracket, you don't want to make a mistake. But it's Revill who's just been exploiting a lot of the defensive woes of Resil.
Absolutely. Big counter, and there we go. Look at the damage going to set up. Corner pressure here. FDing. But forced to burst. A little bit of a hero burst, right? So I want to save it. And there we go, the Hawk Baker whiffing.
Yeah, and you would imagine, like, for Resil, this is a lifeline. They need to take that in a chokehold and do what is necessary. Doesn't react to the Gazelle step up to throw. And that's not entirely their fault either, as that is very difficult to maneuver. But it looks like they're finally able to get themselves back into winning ways. Nice IBFD to try to get some space back, but it's Revill who's back to the wall. But now it's mid-screen time.
All connecting here. We see Resil, I feel like, just being a lot more patient here, neutral, just willing to chip Revill down. But if you back off too much, you are eventually going to end up in the corner.
And it's looking really good for them though. Crossover with the JD, gets the bedhead, and now it's time to move on back to the corner, get themselves into winning ways, try to bait an option there, but gets caught by the overhead once again. This might not be enough to confirm to death, and that was right.
Oh, and that will do it. Revill winning the matchup. Are they the same person? We will never know, but it is, Revill taking it.
I mean, it's unfortunate too, because there are many cases where I feel like Resil just might have been very paranoid about like certain options being represented, and I think that the longer that they went on into this path, the pressure was mounting on, and the more interactions they had to play around that weren't in their favor, it just didn't really make them feel confident enough to be able to do what they usually do, which is clean up, clean house, and move on to the next round. But to Revill's credit, right? To Revill's credit, despite what I said about Sin earlier, he is an ever-present character with a lot of potency, and if you can get into that mental stack, it really becomes a nightmare to deal with. And I think that I won't question the knowledge of players, but it felt like maybe some options lacked a bit of counterplayer knowledge in advance. But I'm not the one playing, so I can't speak. And I don't play these players consistently, so I can't really say anything. All I'm going to say is it was a great match. It was a great set, great plays all around. And Revill, congratulations. You're moving on to the next round.
Yeah,
however, there's...
going to be interesting. Revill was the one actually to initially send Zando down into the loser side of things. So we're going to get that run back in the loser semis now. Yeah, I think, you know, it's just a difficult matchup now, Sin, even more so than before, I feel like. And this game is just, there's so many matchups where even if you have the knowledge, right, if you're not 100% ready, or if, you know, you're getting mental stacked a little bit too hard, then you're going to get hit. And if you get hit in this game, well, oh boy, you're not going to have a good time.
Yeah, well, moving on, we are going to have our winners finals. We're going to have Tiger Pop versus PataChu, two of EU's finest. And both the characters represented here, making a name for themselves on their characters respectively. But if there's one thing I definitely think you guys should definitely do respectively for each individual in the chat, I think you all can take 20 seconds out of your day to redeem those codes, redeem those Match Arena codes. It doesn't take too much. It just takes 3 steps. Log in, claim a code, profit.
No rush, I just didn't shave. Don't worry about it.
Alrighty then, gonna get the early wall break 2 in the opening gates of the matchup. It's Tiger Pop who's gonna be bleeding a little bit, but there is no resources on the side of PataChu though.
Absolutely.
Nice catch with the elk hunt too, and gonna catch them from so far away, just at the tip of the range of it, able to get Tiger Pop down around early on. And Tiger Pop, not choosing to go for the gunshot, decides to just go straight into the management of their resources.
Baker blocked. Yeah, Tiger, you see. No public punish here. Look at that.
Yeah, just resource management, and on top of the damage output, that was great awareness. And more so, that's the kind of specialty that a player like him, who has specialized in the character for so long, is able to do. And just decides, you know what, it's time to end this. Just go straight for the Deus Ex Machina, many men style. Play it for the people in the back.
Let's go pull out my guns. Jumping in. What are we gonna do here? Jonesy, I want the Krieg one so badly, but I know I should not. I shouldn't. I have too much stuff unpainted. I cannot do it.
Oh, there we go. Catches the jump, trying to fuzzy jump out of there, but it's PataChu who finds the escape route. Tiger just using the burst, the lifeline to be able to keep that positional advantage. Not able to get the gunshot in time.
Oh, what you Baker.
No bullets in the chamber. You gotta press that lead where it may be, and that is what PataChu is doing right now. Gonna get the full confirm. Is able to go all the way wall to wall.
Lightning down, stairs, hard knockdown. Got that reflect shield from Tiger coming out to curse as well here.
Ooh, this is enough to get the burst back. Yes, it is, and Tiger recognized it by the very end of it. Both these players staring very intimately into each other's eyes, but it is Tiger who's going to crush their heart and take that first game on the bounce.
Tiger looking quite nice here. Again, very, very close match, definitely. And I think it might be the first time that these two players are facing off on this patch as well. So it's always interesting, right? Because there are usually just, you know, some small kinks in the matchup, stuff like that can change. And a very close matchup might, you know, suddenly favor one player rather than the other. Yeah. Well, first one obviously going to Tiger Pop. Are we going to see the Elfeld?
I feel like in this matchup in particular, right? This is kind of, if there's ever a matchup to like really play anything, this is probably the matchup to rock Sin with. Because if I'm not mistaken, Sin was a pretty decent matchup against Happy Chaos, bar the fact that the especially now with Beak Driver now being an effective option against things like Clone.
Also, I do have the data on this matchup. In Salty, it's a 22-9 for Tiger Pop.
I see.
So they've played 31 times. This is the 32nd time they're playing it. So it's kind of crazy.
I mean, that just lets you know the kind of competitor we're going with, mate. You have a man who's been grinding it out, and that's not even considering the other tournaments they entered at the same time. PataChu trying to represent that RTL, trying to get out of there. But 100 meter is always 100 meter. Oh, it's PataChu trying so hard. Try as they might, though. It's TigerPop who is on the run here, trying to catch them with the J2K, that ever-present change that a lot of NA Happy Chaos players are not happy about, apparently. I don't know why. It seems like it's doing a lot of work for people.
First one here goes to PataChu.
Ooh, this is looking really good for TigerPop here. Tiger is able to get that full confirm. Not able to get the wall break in time, though, but luckily for them, able to get the resource back in time, get 50 meter and above, and still get that positive bonus to get themselves working for the next interaction.
Down the hit, here we go. 2 sticks of butter, though, for Tiger, able to get that throw going. And we are not going to take a trip downstairs, maybe just yet here, but now we definitely are.
Go for the super focus, and now it's time to hold block for 30 million years.
Yep. Just hold forward, you know, saying, all right, I'll take the shot next round.
Yeah, you know, hit him with the shark gummy grippers. Just clear him out right then there. Just sweep him under the rug. Nice fadeaway JH.
Another big counter hit here. PataChu, super, yes sir. Hard knockdown. Let's go gambling.
Yeah, TigerPop definitely is a specialist in their own right. Nice use of the JD, rolling out of the way to be able to get the wall break of their own. Just telling PataChu straight up, anything you could do, I could do better, and they're doing so with a very similar damage output.
Yeah. Just again get that throw going. A lot of meter here on the side of Tiger.
Ooh, that might be enough to kill if they can cash out. Yeah, I think right now more than anything, right? I think I understand where people are coming from with the strength of Sin at the moment, because not only did his conversion ability get much stronger, the other thing that really changed that makes him a much stronger character too is the fact that there was one big woe this character always suffered when he first released, and that was the fact that his health was not that great. It was decent, but it was slightly below average apparently, but that got circumvented with this patch, with the way that his defense modifier and his guts modifier has changed as well, effectively making him much healthier, much stronger on defense, and overall harder to kill.
There you go. All even in here. Who's gonna take the lead?
Game 3 is always the all important game of all time, because that usually is a telltale sign of what's to come for the rest of the set, and it's usually when both players are set in stone for what they're gonna represent. But it's PataChu who's about to try to keep things level, really put TigerPop in a bad way, spending all that stamina gauge to try and get something, but not really much outside of that hoof stomp, really clearing house and putting them through the wall.
The wall, all right.
Trying to snipe their toes, but it's PataChu who catches them instead. Try as they might, TigerPop's trying to fish for something, but PataChu is an expert fisherman, catch them with the 2S and able to close that round off, putting Tiger in a very terrible spot. Both these players are really trying to vie for something, waiting each other out, really weighing their options here. It's Tiger who's really having a difficult time of it though, because even that wall break, they've been having a tough time all tournament long, just trying to secure wall breaks without really going into unintentional resets.
I wonder, right, if that with your reaction there was a misinput of super or something, but that looked very, very weird, right? I think. Oh, again, Hawkbagger. Ooh.
And I feel like this is probably the fact that they've been playing other characters in the meantime, as PataChu is going to take that game 3 and does so almost convincingly. Like I've not seen this kind of, I guess, hesitance from the side of TigerPop before. TigerPop kind of fumbling certain inputs that normally would be very consistent.
Yep.
Maybe it might be a connection thing. I'm not entirely sure though. But you know what I am sure of? I think I'm sure of one thing, and that's the fact that you should claim your Matcherino codes now. If you haven't already, it takes 3 steps. Log in, claim the code, profit. Makes everybody's day go well. And you know, it also helps fund the TOs to make sure that we can have these events more often so that we can commentate these events more often. But anyways, on to game 4.
Down the hit.
Just gonna get a simple wall break this time, righting the wrongs of their previous mistakes, which has been the inability to be able to secure those wall breaks as consistently as they have. But this time it's gonna be all balls to the walls. You're gonna be putting everyone down where they stand. And now it's Tiger Pop finally getting themselves in a very comfortable position to be able to take this and put PataChu in a much worse way.
There we go, the perfect. Don't quite got the 7 golden letters, but you know, we make do with the red and white here.
I mean, in NA, we like to call that a ghetto perfect.
Burst.
Just running straight in, no fear on the side of Tiger Pop, using that ever illustrious 6P, but it's going to be Tiger Pop who comes out in the favor here. But nice tech on the side of PataChu. Defense has been on 100. Ooh, got caught by the 6K though.
And just like that, Tiger tying it all up very nicely.
Both these players making adjustments that are so minimal, but they make such a huge difference. That's the kind of play that you see from such a top level quality player like both these players are on the stream. And they're both world renowned too. These are not just EU only players that have really done well. These are players who have been doing well internationally as well.
We'll have to see who is gonna take it, who's gonna move on into that grand finals. On the winner side, are we gonna have on one hand PataChu with a slight upset here? Will Tiger Pop be able to bring it home?
Yeah, Tiger has been in this position before. They have been in Game 5 scenarios and plays against players that ultimately they would steamroll over, if I'm being realistic here, and players who have just put him in a very tough spot. The pressure always is mounted, but that Hawkbaker drop is so important.
Yeah, and first rounds for PataChu here. Gotta remember, we do have Zando down in the loser side. I think you do not want to go down there.
Yeah, I don't think anywhere is safe in this bracket when Zando is in the bracket. But it's PataChu who is putting a lot of the brakes on Tiger. Tiger just finding very little success. However, in saying that, has managed to put PataChu in the corner.
Going, it is PataChu with all the agency right now. Tiger Pop has burst, has meter, but look at that life. There is barely any left here. ERC.
Nice stagger, shimmies out, 2 catches an option with the close slash.
Oh, right, the lightning. Oh,
nice goal burst too. The reversal goal burst, nice air throw. What an absolute menace. PataChu recognizing that they were gonna go for a different option there, actually was so aware. Nice call out too. It's PataChu who secures themselves on the winner's side of things into grand finals. And Tiger Pop, unfortunately for them, they're gonna have to fight their way back up and possibly waiting between the winners between Zando and Revill. And you know that is never going to be a fun time, no matter how you look at it, no matter how different you are. You still gotta fight one of the best to ever do it, even if you are in the conversation.
So, yeah, that's gonna be kind of interesting here now how this bracket shapes up, right?
But I am gonna go to the bathroom real fast because I have been holding it in for like the past 30 minutes.
All right,
be right back.
Good luck, soldier. All right, we are gonna have Zando now. Up next, Zando's going to be against Revill. So, Italy here up against Israel. We have seen, obviously, this match once before off stream. Oh God. The quick. I'm too slow. Local TR. Yeah, they have played once before in this tournament. It was actually a Revill who sent down Zando into losers. It was close set though. It was a 3-2. So yeah, looking like the Sim players are kind of eating really nicely there. And I assume Zando has been playing this Chipp all tournament long.
I'm already looking at a deficit here, and I'm noticing quite a lot of damage on the side of Revill. But it looks like the contest has been so much more even than I initially anticipated.
I mean, these two, right? It was Revill sending Zando down into losers in a 3-2.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So it must have been extremely close, no matter how you cut it. What a DP!
Yeah, but not enough damage though. But nonetheless, the Xanath Dipper, and he taunts him at the end. You have got to You've got to just stunt on him. I'm sorry. My fault, Mr. President. I didn't know your game like that. Trying to get the confirm, and he does. Revill putting them through the wall with a significant life lead as well.
And the hit. And Revill tying it all up very quickly there. Jeez.
And not a moment sooner, too, just in time for the burst to slightly be out of the way as well. Nice IB trying to get a punish off that, but it was Zando who's still very much in the advantage there. Nice escape with the elk hunt, and now it's going to be a strike-throw situation. We're going to go back to the corner with that tightrope. Hey, you already know the meme. You have a little bit of a gap. It's time to bake. Okay, keeping it simple. Nice that Alpha Blade able to catch them crossover. And it's going to be Revill.
Ooh, you know, Zando's saying, you know what? I got a DP myself.
You know, it's like, you just reminded me. I've got that too in my back pocket. Just a quick reminder, you know? That's what a friend Revill is, right? Just reminding me, that, reminding Zando, like, hey, you know, I remembered I'd have that option too. Thank you. That's a helpful reminder. Game number 2. Are we gonna see more of the same, or are we gonna see the same kind of skill level and the same quality of match that caused Revill to be able to take the upset over Zando here? Representing that 2S, trying to control the ground game. Revill already recognizes Zando is very accustomed to playing the ground game.
Pressure, and you can't block forever.
Yeah, especially now that tightrope is an option here. You cannot afford to just keep your eyes off the madman himself, the president of an African nation, the Chipp Kingdom. Nice BRC. You're going to get a full confirm for your troubles too, and it's going to lead you from center screen to the wall. That's not going to be enough to kill, though. Not enough meter on the side of Revill, but that still evens out the health lead as well for them in their favor. But that could have been so bad. Hesitation on the side of Zando, probably recognizing that DP has been used very frequently by Revill, and that paranoia actually cost them that round. Ooh, that was a risky attempt from the side of Revill to try and contest with the far slash, but they get rewarded though at the end of the day. Now it's wall to wall, and you're gonna get the cash out early with such a potent amount of damage. Mind you, this is a terrible situation to be in if you're Zando, but there's still 100 meter, and that's always important, but not representing any options here. Got caught out in the end, and it's Revill who ties up the scores, making this the all-important game 3 to determine who moves on.
Yep. 1-1 here. Similar, I feel like we've had so many close sets here, though. It's been a lot of 3-1s. It's been like 3-0, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-2, 3-1.
I mean, that just kind of shows the level of play we're working with here, right? Like the deeper the bracket we go, the more dense the kind of quality we are gonna have. Okay, here we go. Revill keeping it all the same, keeping it simple. It's Zando who's gonna be kind of being a little bit stutter steppy at the moment, getting caught out by options that alternatively they would realistically not want to be hit by, as they lead to so many great situations for Revill. Oh, that might be enough to kill. Oh, I didn't get the clean hit though.
Yeah, just one pixel left here, but still, yeah, doesn't change the fact that it's a horrible situation to be in for Zando. And now we see Revill in the lead here.
Yeah, I didn't FD that last hit, so they did get chipped out. Just going for the fadeaway, and catches them with such a significant life lead now. Wow, this is immense dominance from the side of Revill.
Command throw Revill.
Oh, what a great clash cancel. That was actually insane.
That's kind of a weird hitbox in that. Okay, we take those though.
What is Revill what is in Revill's cereal? Because Revill has just been absolutely disgusting in every interaction. The 6P, the DP, the clash cancel on the DP, the recognition to just mash out in places where no sane human being would go with. Revill took that game 3 and did so like an AI. What is in Revill's cereal?
Yeah, and getting 2 rounds to 0 right, finishing off with that Hawk Baker, you could say was a Hawk 2-0.
Oh my god.
And here we go. It's gonna be game 4.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I kind of want to choke you for that one. Oh my god.
Oh, that's nice getting it out though. It felt good. All right.
Oh Jesus Christ! What am I on? What am I working with today?
This time the Hawk Baker is blocked.
Ah man.
The throw.
Yeah, unfortunately for Revill though, all that dominance doesn't mean much if you can't secure the game. And this is where Zando is at his most dangerous, right? Where the back is to the wall. That's where you test yourselves. And they've been tested quite a lot in this position in many a tournament. So to really put Zando down, you have to make it count.
Absolutely. And I get that hard knockdown into the mix here. And again, Zando in a horrible positioning. But wait a second, this could be start of something. Getting another hit here.
Yeah, this is the start of something great too. Recognizing that they could go for the Zansen Roga. It's not going to be enough to kill though. Oh, trying to be sneaky.
Yo, Revill my goat, this guy's kind of good.
Yeah, Zando tried it, but just wasn't successful. There was creativity behind that option, but Revill, the awareness was there. They recognized the option was still present and still managed to block it in time, putting Zando in a very horrible position.
Yeah, catch them. On the offense, we got burst now spent from both players here, but there is a significant life difference here. Revill again.
Nice backdash though. Now it's backdash taking the corner away from Revill, but Revill has been doing so well at just stopping any of the approach. None of the momentum has been on the side of Zando, but as we speak, that is a bonk on the side to change the tides a little bit and help them get that positive bonus to at least get some momentum going for them here. Oh, this might be enough to kill, actually. Oh, nope. That's enough for a mix.
Right. So, again, another set point here for Revill. We've been here before. Zando has been here before. And the last time it was Setchi taking the L.
But we got to remember, though, the benefit of having an extra point is always so important. It gives you that lifeline. It just means you got to win one more time. And considering how well Revill has done and how hesitant Zando has been, this is really important that they got to cash out and get that wall break, that clean hit, getting a significant amount of damage with a life lead in tow. But there is a lifeline on the board.
Yep. Blocking here, a lot of meter available for Revill. Gonna get that hit, burst spent for Zando. This could be the beginning of the end here. What can he do with his tightrope?
Nice counter hit. That is going to be good news for them. Getting them to the wall is always a good news for you. Catching the backdash as well and able to get the full combo as well. This might be enough to kill, actually.
Yeah, it will. Crimson, if you don't know the lore, Zando actually, Season 1 was a Chipp player before he started playing RAM.
We mentioned that earlier in the top 8 as well, as Ice did bring that up to me when I first started commentating this tournament today. But it really shows, like, the knowledge that the character has. He really is showing. And I will say, Ice, correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of the wins that Revill has had in the rounds and in the games, right? Yeah. It kind of came down to Zando's impatience.
Yeah, maybe some of it, right? But again, it's like this matchup very volatile, especially if you're the Chipp player. You get hit like twice, you die, right? So, and
yeah,
it can happen.
I imagine so.
I think,
especially because
for like Chipp as well, right? He's one of those characters that even though he did get the tightrope, he didn't change all that much actually, even from Season 1. So you still got kind of a lot of the same gameplay loops that you would be doing earlier. I know some Chipp players were definitely complaining a little bit about that. I feel like, you know, if you played him before, it's maybe one of the easier characters to pick up again because you can do a lot of the same things, but ride the lightning, and it's going to be 2 more set points for Revill.
I would imagine like the only thing that's changed, right, is the approach in neutral and your mix-up potential because of the way tightrope exists now, and it's like it's another option to add in. It's like another layer of your game plan that didn't exist before. But it's Zando who's gonna get the wall break though, and for Revill, I would imagine is not too bent about it at the moment. Like positive bonus is on the side of Zando, but having very little resources to burn through now that finally positive bonus is about to end. And considering Revill has a lot more health now to work with, this is not too bad for them. This is still pretty winnable.
Absolutely, and there we go. It is going to be another double Luigi here. Who is going to take it? Revill? Is it going to be Zando?
Yeah, just both these players not wanting to give up any ground, but they really don't want to overcommit on any options, as we already saw. What happens when both these players are given an inch? They take a mile, and more so, they take an entire century off of your lifespan.
Jumping in, another throw. That is the RC.
Oh, but the wall broke incredibly early.
Uh-oh.
It's the successive throws did so much damage to the wall, and this is if this is a comeback, this is perfect for them.
Nah, not like this. No. Okay, all right.
Zando's greed took hold, and this is why you like burst baiting is a devil's trick. You get the clip, you get the moment, but that serotonin only lasts for so long, and it only goes downhill once it doesn't go into your favor. Unfortunately for Zando, that greed took over, and it's Revill who pushes on into the next round against Tiger Pop and fighting for that illustrious second slot, that loser side grand finals position. Any of these players guaranteed a third place spot, but ideally speaking, both of them want to be in grand finals.
We're just gonna swap rooms. We were in Zando's room. That's sometimes how Strive works, is that the routing will be better if someone having issues hosts a room. But now since it's PataChu, Tiger, Revill, we can go back to my room. The beautiful
that's Strive for you. Yeah, Strive. We love this game. Yeah, but that's the unfortunate nature of Strive. You just have to work with limitations. So like sad as they may be, we just play the game because we enjoy it.
He was
but Zando does raid.
Oh my god. Thank you very, very much for that raid. Unfortunately, my notifications are all broken. I don't know why. They're just broken.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Like, are you talking about like on your OBS, or are you talking about like the software?
Yeah, the OBS ones are all broken. I don't know why. I'll have to do that later.
Yeah, I think it might be the bot might not have like the interactions on. You probably might have to check your bot by any chance.
It's not a bot. It's like a widget, essentially.
Well, it's the widget.
The entire widget was dead. I checked earlier. Like, didn't even work when I tried to preview stuff in the widget. So I think it's just like they're having some internal server issues or something.
Probably. I definitely double check that. But you know, congrats, Zando. You did a fantastic job. You played really well, and considering this, like, you've been having a character crisis from what I can see, you did a very fantastic job with Sin. Like, you did, like, not Sin, Chipp. I'm still thinking about Revill's gameplay. You did a fantastic job with Chipp. Like, returning back to your ways of the Chipp Kingdom. Can't wait to see more of what you have to offer with that character in particular if you decide to main him once again. But chances are we might just see more of the Ramlethal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in this game, right, it's very good always having like being able to have two different characters you can swap between.
Oh, for sure.
It's definitely underrated. Not even underrated at this point, right? I just feel like it's one of those games where some matchups are very lopsided. So being able to pull out, you know, a sub character for those matchups is such a valuable thing to have, really.
Especially in Strive, right, where this is a character where it's almost incentivized that you have a secondary or a pocket, and so many players playing so many different characters, having so much knowledge, having so much of a vast pool of knowledge to pull from because they play so many characters, thus allowing more levels of play to improve because there's more knowledge to share. But moving on to the next game, though, we have Revill, who has caused the upset twice, and now it's Tiger, who's going to be fighting alongside them to try and move themselves into the grand final slot from loser side.
Go.
How?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I made my own lobby, son. I was like, I'm not gonna make you wait in the lobby the whole day, dude.
Zando, that is probably the funniest comment I've seen all day.
Yeah.
I respect the not doing so, but that implies that you would have done it if it wasn't.
Yeah, I left on it. Exactly. Dude, I'm an experienced TO moment right there. I knew.
Nice.
You know, we did see Tiger Pop having a bit of trouble, right, with the Sin character, losing out to PataChu, and Revill's been doing quite well as well. But you know, also lately, actually, Revill having some very good results in Soldiers. Thrown though, and that's first game. Gonna go quickly on Tiger Pop.
But we've seen this before, right? Tiger Pop taking the first game, but usually first games don't mean anything unless you take that other game alongside it, right? And we did see how important it is to really get this going for them, to really push on and really show out. And I'm pretty sure, right, the biggest thing to take away from this set and the biggest thing to take away from Tiger Pop's game plan is the fact that Tiger Pop is going to have to be a lot more proactive in trying to stuff out any of those defensive options that Sin as a character can utilize, and especially on the side of Revill, who has shown to really utilize a lot of that DP. You might want to shut that down first and foremost before anything else.
And we have seen, right, Tiger Pop very good at punishing that, so I think, you know, as a Sin player also got to consider. Look at the damage still saying it, you know, I don't care. I'm just gonna...
Yeah, 0 guts, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
as
throw
God
out,
intended.
you know, Nagoriyuki Season 1 type damage right there.
I wouldn't say that, because it's definitely all around the realms of it, but it truly could have just been more. But then again, health has changed significantly, so we won't ever know how significant it would be if it was the whole health bars.
Cheeky there. Another PRC now, no more meter from either player, but Revill obviously got access to that burst here. Connecting.
Ooh, they could have gotten a kill if they went for the 2D. Revill in a good spot, actually, getting a round off of Tiger Pop here. No burst on their side as well. You're definitely getting things working in your favor. Not able to get the hoof stomp because they were just pushed too far away, though. Was that beak drive? Oh no, were they trying to do? I think they trying to DP, but I just saw beak driver though. Nice 2K catch, forcing the burst from the side of Revill. There's bullets in the chamber, and there's all kinds of stuff. Goes for the J2K and gets a full confirm. Again, I don't know where the hate for this change comes from, because that looks like it was an important change.
Tied all up here, and we talked about many times before, right? This is pretty pretty important here. Who's going to take it? Game 2. Right now, it is Tiger Pop looking very good.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Tiger Pop does take the corner, not entirely ideal, but still able to keep the corner nonetheless. Able to still mix. But Revill, being attentive, was able to see that roll through, and is going to cash out. No, they don't. They didn't have enough meter, but they did force the burst out from Tiger Pop, and recognizing meters on deck, goes for the 6P. Nice catch with the beak driver. Oh, but doesn't get the confirm. But this is still enough to kill anyway. And this is now a level game between Tiger Pop and Revill.
1-1.
Very, very nice. And this is scary, though. I mentioned it earlier, right? The first game means nothing if you can't take the second game alongside it. And in EU's case, you can never be too sure.
I mean, in this game, you can never be too sure. I feel like it's scary, man.
Oh, for sure, but like I mentioned EU because like with EU you can you have to expect the unexpected, because this region I've seen people dominate for 2 games straight and then miracle comebacks happen like 3 games in a row.
It's valid. DP in. Back throw. We got another back throw saying, you know, I can do that too. Doesn't matter. All right.
Nice back throw.
Street Fighter right now. Just take the throw.
Nice mash out, not wanting to deal with any of that, recognizing the startup of 6K. That's a great best. Oh my god. Both players thinking the same thing, sharing the same brain cell at the same time. But luckily for Revill, no super wall break, so they still have quite a lifeline. That trade benefiting Revill was super, super good. A lot of meter to work with too, but that roll under is going to secure the kill for Tiger Pop. And it's looking fantastic for the Mad Lad. Nice backdash on the hoof stomp too. Like recognizing the max range was right then and there. And now I'm gonna get the wall break too with a significant amount of meter too. Oh, no stamina, barely anything to work with, but it's Tiger Pop who goes for the throw. Trying to get the burst bait, but was just a little too late on the trigger. Nice backdash too.
They have the gun. Oh, what a DP saying, you know what? I do not want to eat your dust. No, thank you, sir.
No, I'm sorry. I've eaten. I don't want dust. I want sugar water.
Run in.
Ooh, just got meter in time.
Yeah, I feel like if there's any character right now that's gonna make you calvo, it might be Sim.
Ooh, nice defense on the side of Revill, recognizing no bullets in the chamber to detect the throw, but it's Tiger Pop who grabs the L cunt. What a nice little interaction too to be able to take it away, but it's Revill who is down in the set now, but not without at least putting a little bit of pressure on Tiger Pop. That interaction was important. That throw quite literally stole the game away from Revill.
We'll have to see, is Tiger Pop now going to be able to finish the set, getting a run back with PataChu, or will Revill tied up? Are we going to get another 3-2 here?
Here we go again. One more shot in the tank for this game for Revill. They got one more chance. They need to win 2 more games in order to get this back in their winning ways. But it's Tiger Pop who's in a good spot. What a great air throw from the side of Revill. Goes for yet another throw. Just decides to stagger, play a strike throw game. Now we're going to go for another throw. Put it on the counter. Goes for the high-low. Oh my god. It's a strike throw strive.
Perfect right there. Revill. A huge sign of life here.
That is probably the most dominant sign of life I've ever seen. Caught him with the high-low again, and now it's going to be Tiger Pop who's slipping. It seems like the pressure is starting to mount now, as they were reacting so consistently before, but Revill's consistency with that hoof stomp landing has been immense. Oh no, not able to get the confirm.
Yep, and you cannot give. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say it, but you could argue that was also a Hawk 2-0 right there, right?
Oh my god.
More
like you should have blocked Tua.
Yeah, I can't. See, this is why we need commentators here, man. Okay, can't let me on, dude.
You know, it's just like I commentate, but I don't want to commentate.
Oh man. Alright. Final game here.
Why am I getting the stray?
Yeah.
Ed, I'm reading the chat. Why am I getting the stray? I'm the one in the chat who's dealing with this too.
I can't believe you do that to stream, by the way.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you. I hate you so much, Asuka.
Move Tiger here to the corner, getting the throw again. Tiger Pop in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but Tiger is no stranger to being on the back foot. We've seen it time and time again. They've come back from worse, but it's Revill who is currently at their wits' end. But Tiger Pop pushing forward, not going to allow them any semblance of rest. But Revill recognizes the throw range, is able to get them going. But YRC spent.
Thrown, okay. Tiger Pop still got the burst available. There we go. I don't know. That DP.
Not enough to kill. The health changes really have changed to turn the tide for Sin as a character, but it's Tiger Pop who is leading in the set. Round a piece. This is tournament point. This is tournament life for Revill, and this is set point for Tiger. Oh, and I would have got the full confirm. If they did JD, they probably would have confirmed that entirely too.
Yeah, nice look at that. What defensive play here from Tiger Pop, right? So patient, able to get that back throw, and now starting their own offense.
That 2K so active at the very least, trying to press an option, but it was a little too active for their liking. Revill has one chance here with all those resources. Do they burn through them? Yes, they do.
Yeah, smart, right? Just spend the burst early, saying, you know, it's pretty much now or never this time. Getting the offense going. Will Tiger Pop be able to defend again? Oh,
baiting an option there. That's a dead Kisuke, unfortunately, and it looks like Tiger Pop is the one to seal the deal and is going to move on into grand final side against their bitter opponent who has sent them into loser side in the first place. It's time for the run back between Tiger Pop versus PataChu.
Absolutely. Yeah, that run back. Another 3-2, by the way. So many close sets here, man. It's... Whew.
Yeah, it's getting really close. It's getting really close. And more importantly, this is really good information for PataChu because they were the one to send them into loser side to begin with. But it really shows that it isn't just PataChu that's been putting them down. It's Sin as a character who's been putting down PataChu. And that is really good knowledge to have.
To see here. Yeah, it's kind of going through the Sin gauntlet right now, right?
Oh, for sure. Sin is a strong character. Like, Sin has always been a character that you always have to be wary of at all times. And you cannot, like, put them down for the life of you. But as far as it's concerned, I feel like Tiger Pop is just playing the game as necessary, doing whatever it takes to win. And the good thing about playing the same character as much as you are, it gives you habits to look at and compare across from player to player. So the more you get to play against these kind of characters, the more you get to realize, okay, I can do this in this situation.
Yep. We'll have to see here. Thank you very much, Revill, for the raid. Appreciate it. Again, if you want to see some good-ass Sin gameplay, make sure you go follow Revill. Yeah. My God. Very nice results today. And beating some really good players. Beating Zando twice, man. Holy hell.
Oh yeah, you could definitely pat yourself on the back for taking out a very huge titan in the Guilty Gear Strive scene and not only that, but also convincingly in many such cases.
Yep.
Here we go, the run back, the all-important game for both of these, the all-important set for both these players. But more so for Tiger Pop, who has to fight back with all their might, and PataChu has the benefit to play this the long game.
5D.
Right. The big factor for both of them, but more importantly, the big factor that Tiger Pop is going to have to represent here is that they finally are able to isolate the DP. The DP is definitely a factor they can play around. The big problem, however, is that they're getting caught out by a lot of this poking game that has really been putting them in such a bad way.
gain that curse, but it doesn't matter if you get punched in the face right after. We're going to go downstairs.
Clean hit is enough to get the kill.
Fish.
All right, there you go. Good start. All right, here we go. What's the next situation gonna look like? Does not decide to cash out. Very interesting decision from the side of Tiger Pop, forcing the burst out. PataChu is looking pretty good at the moment. 100 meter to burn. I'll stick up butter, shimmies out of the way. Gonna get that super focus, at least get themselves a little bit of time to be able to refresh and be able to keep that momentum going for them. Not going to be enough to kill, which is perfect for PataChu as they have a whole stick of butter themselves.
Ooh. Tying it up 1-1. Who's going to get first blood here in our grand final? Throwing out the curse, but again, PataChu just managing to get in immediately.
It was a very risky option to be going for anything right there, but Tiger Pop, no fear in their heart, gonna get caught in the wall. Clean hit. Consistency is key against a character like Happy Chaos. You cannot allow him and afford him any sort of room to play around. PataChu gonna get burst in time, but decides not to spend it, realizing that there's a better time and a better place. They have an effective lead. Why waste the lifeline that could help them stay in the game? This is gonna be enough to kill. This is everything that they need in order to kill them, and that is going to be game one. PataChu looking ever so present to take this entire Salty EU.
Yep. Just on a roll tonight.
Yeah, and they've been doing so too, like very, very convincingly. So I'm gonna take a look at their bracket path. So PataChu, from the very get-go, has had nothing but a dominant run up until they've had to play against Zato-VaN, who was the first game 5 for them. Once they got to Revill, it was the mirror immediately went to game nothing. It was all PataChu from there, and that's where we get to see the bracket we've seen today. So only 2 competitors have been able to put PataChu really in a bad way, and that has been only Zato-VaN and Tiger Pop, which has been the case thus far.
Well, now we're going to see a costume change here, color change. We're going to see a stage change, song change.
We're going to go to default Happy Chaos. Okay, so this is an interesting change.
Yeah,
Me personally, I thought they'd lock in with color 10.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do that, right? All right, my magic color's not working out, I've got to change. People, they have kind of different weird, traditions, rituals with that. I know when I go to Luce's bracket, I change my costume every time. I like winner's costume or Luce's costume.
I always start with color 8 with Nago, but then if it gets really serious, I start going to color 11. So I understand the philosophy behind that. You just have a preferred color that you kind of like go into bracket with. PataChu, despite being on the deficit here, is really waning down on all the lead that Tiger Pop had. But Tiger Pop mashing 2P on PataChu's Oki.
Thrown. Another throw. All right, and the super just saying, you know what?
That was an execution check. That was actually phenomenal. That was a whole FRC into a super. That's actually insane. Like, that's actually really good. I just want to talk about that. Do you understand the kind of the margin of error there? It is a small margin of error, mind you.
These guys are, again, some of the top players right producing this region, so it's price.
I mean, it's not the most difficult thing in the world, but the fact is, it's easy to mess up, but it shows you just how aware and how just clinical PataChu is on the day-to-day.
Go. Oh, alright, got that DP again. This time though, Tiger Pop. No bullets left, only got that one in the chamber.
Yeah, but that one in the chamber is all you need, right? Especially with super focus present, that one in the chamber could be a difference maker. Tiger Pop is so greedily waiting for that burst to be popped immediately, but gets sent to the wall instead. Doesn't spend the burst. PataChu knowing that Tiger is scouting it in advance, and it's showing.
Yeah. Another counter hit. PataChu 2-0 now. It feels like every grab PataChu does, every DP PataChu does, they're just all connecting. The timing of this man just different today, dude.
And again, we're going back to that statement. You know, greed is the devil's work, and we're seeing what happened with Zando when he was trying to bait the burst. Now we're seeing the mistake that Tiger Pop is making. They're reciprocating the same mistake their companion in arms was basically putting down, is the fact that burst baiting is essentially a great thing to have, and knowing when to burst bait is good, but more so than anything, it's more important to secure damage. And Tiger Pop losing games, all important games, to try and get a burst bait, try to get that all important like serotonin boost, but it's just not working out. PataChu's discipline is way too strong. Yeah, Tiger Pop cannot afford to be making these mistakes, especially if they want to reset the bracket. They've got to be a lot more clinical, a lot more secure on their gameplay. Both players whiffing their throw. This is not making my point any more clear, but they are going to rain down bullets many men style and cash it out with that Deus Ex money. Shout out to my homie Dank Nen, all the way in NA.
See, Tiger Pop, of course. Now we're talking about PataChu doing so well here, but you can never count someone of PataChu's caliber out. Absolutely not.
Yeah, PataChu, there's really little that needs to be said about PataChu. PataChu's skill and quality of play speaks for itself. And I think more than anything, right, it just really shows the kind of quality and the kind of like waters that have like they have been forged by. Like the fires that they've been forged by are second to none. And you've got to be wary at all times of such an illustrious player that like this, who's always just rising up the ranks and really putting numbers on the board.
I remember as well, PataChu got, what's it, 4th at Combo Breaker? So, pretty strong. But here we go, tournament point. Let us see, are we going to get a French victory? Finally, someone breaking the streak of Tiger Pop and Zando.
Yeah, Tiger Pop and Zando have both been very ever-present players who have been putting up amazing work, both of them being very much regulars in the ARC World Tour scene as well, both doing some amazing stuff. Even recently, Tiger Pop putting up quite an amazing performance with Varix too. But PataChu is the one putting up massive numbers, putting Tiger Pop in bad ways with an early lead. But Tiger Pop, luckily, able to change the tides a little bit and get a point on the board and make themselves just breathe a little bit easier. The oxygen is starting to get a little bit more potent up there at the very top.
Yep. Go. 2-1, and I'm afraid to say it because I feel like we've been in this situation a couple times today, and I feel like it's always gone down to the wire here. PataChu definitely want to end it right here, right now, if possible.
Yeah, PataChu does not want this to go into shark-infested waters, because the moment that this happens, it really just puts a lot more pressure, not just on him, but on Tiger Pop. And you would imagine the longer this goes down, that's where stamina becomes a really huge factor. PataChu has had ample rest, whereas Tiger Pop has had very little to none.
Super good start here, gonna get that heavy knockdown. In, just PataChu blocking here, Tiger blocking here, jumping in. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, makes me once, shame on you. Makes me twice, shame on me. Tiger Pop follows this to a T, but it's PataChu who is able to take that round and more so put themselves into winning ways to possibly get this tournament for SaltyEU number 118. But it's still Tiger Pop's chance to be able to make things right and still be able to make things go in their favor. Gonna roll through to the other side and put them to the corner.
Yes, absolutely running in. Half-life lost now for Tiger Pop. Stuck again in this corner, trying to FD, but it's just not working out the bait on that burst.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you bait a burst and do so with a very fantastic lead to toe. But PataChu is right at the finish line. It's just Tiger Pop needs one more hit. And there it is, PataChu. This week breaks the streak, not only for this tournament series, but for this week in particular. You got Senkisuke taking this week's SaltyEU 118, putting France back on the map and showing out and putting Tiger Pop down once again for the second time this set.
Yeah. Very, very nicely played here from PataChu. Gonna take the win tonight. And yeah, interesting, right? One of the most stacked tournaments we've had in quite a while. And I would say it's a little bit of an upset. Definitely, you know, PataChu is someone who can win tournaments, but it's been a while, man. Been a while, so definitely, you know, nice to see him back in the winning column. Yeah.
Yeah, you love to see the level of play, but more so than anything, I think this is less a matter of just, I think people underestimate, right? How strong certain players just are, right? Because Sin is very strong right now. Happy Chaos is relatively strong as well. But it really shows the kind of level of play and the kind of consistency both players can have on the day. Some players aren't going to play their best all the time. Some players are going to play absolutely phenomenally on the day. But there's one thing that could always be, that's never going to be contested, and that's the fact that these players are so strong, have been forged by unbelievably hot fires, and even at their best, right? There's always going to be someone who's going to just trample them on the day. Unfortunately for Tiger Pop, it was PataChu, but they did fantastic. They did the business, and congratulations to PataChu. They played phenomenally and dominated for the majority of this tournament.
Yeah, PataChu just, you know, playing at another level. We have seen that sometimes, right? We get the buffs, we get the nerfs. Suddenly, certain characters, certain players, they start dominating a bit, and then usually it evens out, right? Where you, okay, now we kind of adapted everyone, and it's good. So I'm very interested in seeing how this goes, right? Definitely going to be interesting. Pretty nice. Again, nice looking top 8 today. A lot of character representation. Only one double ganger. It's going to be that Sin. But Mr. Kappa, if people want to find more of you, where can they do it?
Well, for sure, you can definitely find me a lot. If you want to ping me, I'm always in EU. I'm always in the SaltyEU. I'm not always talking, but like I am there. If you want to ping me, you can find me over on Blue Sky. I have all my socials there that I linked. That leads to my community, as well as if you are looking for more EU tournaments, we do have Yokai, who are hosting not only our bi-weekly series of Howling Hostility on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. CEST, but also for the people over in EMEA and MENA, if you are interested in playing more brackets for you, because I've heard it's been very difficult to host some because some people just don't pull the trigger. We are hosting Midnight Madness on Fridays. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can compete in that. And who knows, maybe in due time, we'll one day have a cash pop prize. So until then, this has been your host. This has been your commentator, right, in arms alongside Ice putting up a great performance here on commentary and as a TL. It's been Sir Kappa representing Yokai. I can't wait to see more of you guys in the future, and I can't wait to do more of this stuff as well. Hopefully with the move that I'm having with me and my family, things will look better and you'll see more of me. But until then, this has been your boy. I'll see you guys next time when I can.
All right. Well, I don't really got much to say. If you're interested in joining any of these tournaments, we have a Discord. It's right there on chat. We host these Guilty Gear Strive tournaments every Monday. Tomorrow evening, at 7:15. We're going to have a Guilty Gear Xrd tournament, so definitely make sure you turn up for that one. And every Saturday, we do have a Tekken 8 tournament as well, so A lot of good games, a lot of good stuff to check out. For sure, we also have a YouTube where if you want to steal some tech, they say hundreds of VODs on there. I'm a little bit behind getting the VODs uploaded. Trust I'll maybe catch up during Christmas, who knows? Probably not, if I know myself, but we'll get there eventually. We are gonna raid someone, and we're gonna raid who else but the Axel bro himself, Mr. Jest. Because
yes, Jest.
He's online.
You know what's funny too, because Jest actually is our third Howling Hostility champion, and that individual was very entertaining. It was really fun, like making the trailer for Howling Hostility as well as Misfit Brawl, which is my NA tournament series on Saturdays, but I've had to put it in a hiatus. And he actually is in the trailer. It's a really fun. He's a really fun player to watch. So if you guys are interested, one of Axel's finest. So if you guys are interested in that, show him love, show him all kinds of praise, and hope that maybe you don't get trampled on by the Latin community because they love this guy.
Absolutely. Yep. Again, hope you all enjoyed. Very, very exciting tournament tonight. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. I'll also be hosting Xrd Rev in Czech Republic, so it's going to be me for once. It's going to be pretty fun. I'm not going to be commentating, don't worry. I don't know anything about Xrd. It could be fun though. Could be fun.
I know a little bit, but not enough to play it, not to like commentate it on a mechanical level.
But that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday evening. Peace out.
Good night.